I agree with that more.
Alright, so what is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Wintercast and welcome back to Discord Dungeons and Dragons with the Solaires. I am with everybody except for Welf today, who cannot join us. So no Garnan the Barbarian. Wah, wah. But, but, but we still got Blue the Bard, Henrik the Artificer, Kazir the Rogue, and also Zenmeave, the Divination Wizard.
I'm Solaris. Oh. Hello.
Hello there. All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Afraid to commit some violence or not, we'll have to see.
I'm
This is gonna be a good one.
Oh, that reminds me. As we are getting started, Herba, I did get the I'm sorry carving in Dark Souls 3. I can literally now just throw it down and go, I'm sorry.
Very good.
I gotta get very good and hello. But I gotta figure out how to get him. Just can't believe you replaced me. Yeah, I know, Wanderer.
Man, we have an amazing thing that, it's called Google and Wiki.
This is true, but I try whenever I'm playing games, I try not to look stuff up unless I absolutely had to. But I say Dark Souls 1, I looked up nothing, but at Dark Souls 2, I had to look up a lot.
Yeah, on Elden Ring, I had to look up a lot. There's no pointers.
Yeah, same.
There's one that I know of. I only played a tiny little bit of it, but whenever you get a bonfire, essentially, when you go on the map, there's a big, not arrow, it's a line. It points you to the closest one.
It points you to where you're supposed to go, but not like side quest or caves or...
Yeah. It's like, and not to mention, sometimes you had to learn lessons the hard way. Like you guys saw on stream how often I made my way to Caelid when I wasn't ready.
You were ready. You were just not good enough.
Oh, hello, Caelid. One of my buddies actually... We're getting off track because I'm gonna brag about one of my friends. He's doing a level 0 run of Elden Ring.
God damn, good on him.
He's using that mod?
No, he's doing it on PlayStation. He's using the Wretched. Yeah, he's using the Wretched or that effect. Level 0 or level 1. The lowest base game. And I think he's been working at it for like 3 months or something. I don't know how far he is.
So level 1.
It's not actually that hard. There's just a very big roadblock in the way of Morgoth.
Yeah, Morgoth. It would definitely be a problem if none of your stats are boosted at all.
It's almost as if even if you do have boosted stats, you get one shot by everything in mid to late game.
Oh god, yeah.
Morgoth's only an issue because his attacks are stupidly fast.
By the way, did you guys know you could get Maliana's like blade at the towards the beginning of the game?
Yeah, that's if you beat the thing you're supposed to die to, right?
I don't know. I just saw I felt before we get started. I know we got to get started, and I'm going to get started. But I just want to say this: I finally caved, and I started watching some Dark Souls lore and everything. So you guys know who I've been watching, and
we. Meliana? Do you call her Meliana?
I don't. I'm terrible. You know I'm terrible with pronunciations. I've heard people call her Meliana, so I've just called her that. Is it Melania?
It's Melania.
Okay, fair enough. What to say? I don't know. I don't mind being corrected. So I'm but either way, I just started watching like his lore, like shorts and everything on his channel, and it's so good. The symbolism, and like that.
The symbolism.
Like the smallest details of like all the different creatures that exist in Elden Ring, like because that's the current one that he's been. What is it? His name Vatya Vidya? I think that's the name of his channel. Yeah. Just absolutely phenomenal channel, and I've been watching and learning the lore of Dark Souls and Elden Ring and Bloodborne for no apparent reason. But either way,
go watch them. Why are you here?
I'm here. I am here because last time on D&D, the Solaris taking some downtime and actually kind of resting up and everything since the battle against the Arc Cardinal, returning to Westray, meeting a new friend, getting some shopping done, kind of getting affairs in order and getting ready for their big hunt to go after one of the grandmother hags. To save a particular individual that is very deep to Kazir. With that being said, however, the party has decided to bring along old companions, and having pretty much almost the entire original party brought back together. The only two Solaires that they're technically missing is a particular lizardfolk fighter and a particular tiefling cleric who is stayed behind. But most of the party is back together again. Some new armor was purchased, some weapons were ready to go, magic items were found, but there are still some things left to do before you guys leave. One of those things I'm going to push off to the side, and it's probably going to be something I do with Valve off camera. Makes sense. But we'll see how we're feeling. Maybe I might record it just for me and him. But at the same time,
did I cut out or did Winter?
Winter.
Did I cut out? I'm sorry. What did I? What?
You cut out for like a second.
For a second, okay. Yeah. So not that much. Either way, yeah. It'll just be an experience for WoW and I might record it or something. We'll see. We'll see how we're doing.
That would make sense.
But with that being said, however, we're gonna start this off in one of the. You said you guys wanted one more day in town before you left, or was this going to be the day you leave?
I think
one more day.
One more day?
One more day, because Blue needs to take drugs.
And I'm not sure if the garden thing was going to be at night, or if it was going to be like a lunch thing.
It probably was like late lunch, early dinner kind of situation. But
yeah,
it's a date.
Probably good to save one more day.
But again, we can, because I already talked with Waffen and stuff about that. It's like, I know he wanted to do it, but at least this way, if you guys proceed and you start making down the road, I gotta say, there'll definitely be combat down the road.
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
One more day, because Blue needs to take the memory potion.
And also, Kazir asked someone, shit, I should have wrote that down, about like something to boost his prevent not getting brain scramble.
Wisdom.
Thank you.
You wanted a stronger wisdom, stronger protection against wisdom.
Yeah, to make sure that he doesn't keep just going. Last thing he needs.
He's looking for something to go against charmed effects specifically.
Thank you.
Alrighty, and
that's what I was trying to think.
With that being the case, since you are getting assistance, I'll ask this: does anybody go with Kazir for this?
Who will
tag along?
He knows a bunch of magic shops.
Oh, hey, we've had a long rest.
Yes, you guys have You guys have had a long rest, so spell slots refilled, health is back up to full, the works. But
Blue's dice get summoned again.
Exactly, your dice have been refilled. But now, with that being said, I'm not going to make you guys roll an investigation check because you guys, like, Blue has been going around to every magic shop possible. And, like, he has been meeting up with his people that he has been connected to in this city. So, no rolls are necessary to find one.
Hey, I just sent you my portents.
Yep, I got a message and I knew where that was coming from. Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Alright then. So
when did we? Oh yeah, never mind.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll something, because just to determine if one of these magic shots would have what you're looking for. All right.
Yes.
That's actually
good.
That's actually quite beneficial. Now let me pull up my sheet here because I know exactly which item it is. Get the fuck out of here. God, the amount of spiders that are just hanging around here. God damn. Can't wait for fall to finally kick in.
Get a blowtorch.
I'm not worried about the spiders. I'm more worried about the amount of wasps that are out in the country.
Ooh, definitely get a blowtorch then.
Just light everything on fire. So I've solved all my problems. To quote
wasp in the Windsor, I have like 3 wasp nests outside.
Ooh.
Listen,
Tell me that.
They're chill.
I have only seen wasps this year, and I have an actual fear of both wasps and bees.
Understandably so.
I can understand wasps. Bees to some degree, yeah.
My brother went into anaphylactic shock while he was driving because of a bee sting.
Oh shit.
You ever seen a black and white wasp? They suck. They're super aggressive.
Never seen one of those.
Yeah, they suck.
They suck.
Now to be fair, also that doesn't mean I'm allergic to bees. My brother got stung in the mouth. Like apparently the bee decided to go into his sandwich while he was eating it.
Why would you choose to do that?
Because he didn't see
Dumb bugs.
Because the bee was a kamikaze pilot.
Pretty much.
Wanted to
Aren't
cause
all bees
destruction.
kinda?
Oh,
Alright.
Bees are
perhaps.
Like-
usually.
I don't. Yeah. This is irrelevant to the point. Back on track.
Back on track.
Back on track.
To be fair, I'm currently pulling up the information that I need. I'm just.
Oh well.
Oh. I thought that was legitimately an item. I guess I'm incorrect. Well, I guess we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna. Let's say.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So we're just gonna have to roll with the punches on this one because, fortunately, I do have items on my little side table that I keep just for predicaments just like this. Because especially since I knew you guys would be looking for stuff like this. But I just thought that there was an official item that did protection against this.
Yeah. So, given it, like,
Either way, let's take a look here. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. You guys aren't ready for that one. There we go. But I say, blue. The magic shop you put the most that you got the most stock in actually has what you guys are looking for.
Nice.
He recently had gotten it in on a trade, apparently from what is the name of the city? Apparently it was in one of the ruins in Tamworth, and it made its way to Westray.
Oh.
Yeah.
And basically with a simple identification spell. Abby came into my office and is patiently waiting for me. Hold on one second, guys.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Died.
Take care.
She's patiently waiting, so nobody.
Yeah.
I ate my cake and now I'm sad.
Aww.
That voice saying that line is God. I ate it.
Oh. God, you sound so
agree.
ill.
Yeehaw. I'm not ill. I'm just. I don't know what's causing this, to be honest. I just woke up like this.
Probably just fatigue, then, it sounds like.
I'm not tired, though. My throat might be. But it shouldn't be.
Alright.
Half of it is sucking. I know it's gonna be tired, and whenever I get with more. We're on stream.
Okay.
I shouldn't say that.
At least
late.
it's not that bad. I was more nervous that you were coming up here to go like one of the children decided to smash a window today, and that would have. That's a bill I.
Money related.
Oh no! It just one of Abby's iPad has a crack on it now.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, it's an it's an expensive toy.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it was a free toy for me from my sister.
Yeah, but it's expensive to replace.
Yeah.
Is it the type of the crack
If I
that
replace
you
it,
can't touch
they're
the
not
screen,
touching it.
or it's just there?
It's just there. But I say it's not that bad. I was
Well, that's alright.
I was expecting that to be a much worse conversation. I was expecting the other fear was Abby was going to come up here and go like, so there's no water in the house at all. Yeah, that would have. I would have thrown. I'm gonna knock on wood real quick. Hold on, guys. But to say, just that would have put the fear of God in me. But anyways,
Completely
We're
don't
getting
got
a divorce.
insurance.
no, I don't think it would be that. I don't think it would be that. I would have had to do something really stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Eh.
Eh.
That's Blue's line. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Sorry. Plagiarism. With that being said, though, you guys do find out that with a simple identification spell, which is kind of unnecessary, Blue, you know this guy isn't going to lie to you. But as a...
He did.
If he did, imagine how much it would cost to pay you out of this contract.
He owns 10% of the company and gave him 10,000.
Oh
gold.
yeah.
Yeah,
You'd
you-
have to be pretty dumb to try to double cross your boss.
Or
Hey,
the Solaires,
Hey, this
period.
item does a thing. Cast
True.
Identify, which takes 6 seconds. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. The fuck you just say to me? No, anyways. You do find out that he actually has a ring. He has a ring of trickery. The specifics on this item is that while you wear this ring, if you were to be affected by a charm effect, you actually would either... What was it? No, that was a different one. This one, it gives you advantage on saves against charm effects. So basically, if you would have to make a wisdom saving throw against a charm effect, you would have advantage.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, please.
But I say, I will not make you roll for this, Blue, because again, you are in very good standing with them. This is a item that is hard to acquire, and you know he's not bullshitting you. But I say he's willing to sell it to you guys at a very discounted price. He's willing to sell it to you guys for about 750 gold, which is about a third of what it's worth.
Wow.
What's your
So-
normal price for it?
Normal price would be a total of around 2,500.
Alright.
Hold on, my brain just
100.
lagged a bit. Yeah, I got the
Alright.
gold to pay
Blue-
for that.
Nah. Who's gonna put down 250 platinum?
Hold on one moment. Math, not work. How much do you say?
He was gonna offer to sell it to you guys for about 750 gold, and Blue just laid down what the price would have been in full,
Oh,
which,
Dang it.
which would have been 2,500 gold if he
all right,
wasn't.
I'll let him cover that. I'll be right back.
Absolutely,
Someone knocked at the door.
it's all good. I say, goddamn, Blue, you really just want a good Yeah, you just want a good connection with all these people, don't you?
He's trying to get a good connection with the city. Just everyone he can.
Just when this campaign is all said and done, it's just like Westray is my home. I know everyone, and I love them, and they love me.
I feed the poor, feed the rich.
You are the rich.
I'm back.
I
what
am
did I
the
miss?
rich.
Shit.
You didn't miss anything. Blue just
I'm in.
paid in full.
I am
You
Westray.
sure? Now I don't owe you anything, right?
He's nah. This isn't a loan. I'm
All
just
right.
paying my guy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Blue. I'll have to let you know the next time we get our next shipment in. Of course, naturally, I have my ledgers, so you can always double check them.
Yeah. Speaking of that, have you gotten any non-attunement based items in?
Not yet.
Oh, wait,
Thanks.
is this ring attunement or non-attunement?
This ring is attunement because it is specific. It is specifically connected to your mind.
That makes sense.
But I
I'll
say,
have to figure out what to attune.
you have to take some time to think about that. But I say, yeah, no. Unfortunately, when it comes to any that's the thing about in Herma's case as Henrik, having it when it comes to stuff that connects to your mind, that's the whole purpose of certain magical items. That's why for artificers it's one of the key things to the fact that they get 4 to 5 attunement slots at higher levels.
Yeah, I get you.
They become monsters.
Yeah.
I'm scared for Henrik high level.
Why are you not scared of me now?
I'm not scared of you now because I at least can because I've studied Artificer a bit, I can grasp and understand how all your abilities and stuff work. I'm scared for when you have like 4 to 5 4 to 5 attunement slots, mix up with the fact that you want to create and craft your own weapons using magical parts.
Mixed up
Yeah,
with
and you
blue having a
know
deep
how well
one.
I can craft, right?
Oh,
I've got a
speaking of-
48, right?
I know. Speaking of, I have the notes and everything for the cannon. If you wanted to get the get the deets on that, but I say I got it all.
Yes.
I got base form cannon written up and everything of what your abyssal cannon will be like.
The
Awesome.
deeds.
The deets, but I say well. But the only thing is that it's literally marked as version 1 because it can be updated and it can be improved.
By more.
Of course I
improved.
can.
And the thing is that once again, this item doesn't have a name. The placeholder name is Abyssal Cannon. But that's lame.
That's lame.
That's lame. It needs to have a proper name, but only the inventor has the right to name
Jerry.
it.
Fair enough. Oh wow.
Listen, but either way,
Yeah.
when it comes to but that's just it. Just the thought of Henrik having like 3 mind protection items and then 2 very fucking dangerous weapons. I'm sorry. Was I supposed to be scared at all?
And 6 attunement slots.
God, you're gonna be fucking terrifying.
Sorry for interrupting, but I'm trying to remember. Or you said that for some of the Shadow Blade you didn't need attunement.
For the
Or did you?
for the Shadow Blade, you need attunement because of the fact that it physically manifests around your body, and it literally allows you to physically move through shadows.
Ah, okay.
Picture it this way: the items that require attunement are going to be the ones that like physically alter you or mentally affect you. The ones that aren't going to be
Yeah.
attunement are like, for example,
Things that work on their own.
exactly things that work on their own. But to say, for example, like the Manus coin that Blue picked up, like all he has to do is flip it, grab it, and the magic activates.
It activates its own
Wait,
spell.
but the
It is-
Dagger of Calling needs attunement to use the electric thing.
But I say
Correct.
that was because, and well, the main thing about the attunement was because of the fact that you could also use it to call upon the Thieves Guild for assistance.
Oh, I thought I didn't need the attunement to be using to call it because that's why I didn't attune.
Yeah.
unattune.
Yeah, but when you have when a magic item has multiple magical effects, that's when it's like,
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I get you. As soon as you said that, it clicked.
Yeah,
Brain
it's-
isn't firing fully.
balancing
you could
issues.
you could always ask the Thieves Guild that now that we have actual sending stones to them, if they can just give you daggers that do lightning.
It's true. You could talk to them about that. But either way, but I say that is at your discretion.
I don't even need that though. It's the sorry.
Oh, absolutely. No, you are perfectly fine. You are mentally walking your way through this to make a decision on which ones to... There is nothing wrong with what you're doing, Stray. You sound like me when I was playing Bryland and I literally had to choose 3 magical items as a paladin.
Well, it's exactly the same position because it's like
So
on one hand, I really don't want to get charmed by the hag, but on the other hand, it's like everything I have is useful now.
on the other hand, we kill her.
We kill her, then you don't need the ring.
True.
Stone of Silence. I wonder how bad she is when it comes to vocal spells.
The only thing, I'll be a nice DM, and I will say this: don't forget, the grandmother hag's been alive for a long time.
Yeah, for hundreds.
Which means she's
maybe even
old and
1,000 years.
frail.
Yes, she's old and frail. She's breakable, like porcelain.
She bleeds, which means we can kill her. I think
But-
she bleeds.
Maybe. I don't know.
Doesn't
Most
bleed.
likely.
Look,
Arnan, you're
Remember-
useless.
the difference between you guys and Henrik is whenever Henrik hears about the hack, all he thinks of is potion materials.
that is not an unfair mind process. The hag is a fey creature.
I hate to do this because I really want to use the stupid staff, but I'm
Staff is dumb.
Right, so you can.
Well, I mean, it's not that
It's
dumb.
it's not dumb.
pretty
It's a cool
simple.
it's a cool item. It's just that this is that part of the game where like because you guys are level 12, attunement slots are very much like now your guys are circling out items to determine what would be best for situations.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
you can always just unattune to the ring afterwards and attune to the adder staff to use it for stealth, because this is not stealth. She'll know we're there.
The way I look at it is picture it like the rings in Dark Souls. Like they're like some of them are core
That
just good.
True. She'll know we're coming as soon as we get to her door.
That
Probably.
ring.
Yeah.
And even if she doesn't, using magic would probably set off bells.
It's better
So
in your guys' case. I mean, you guys have done some research, but there's a lot of unanswered questions when it comes to ancient Fae, and there's a reason for that.
Also,
The thing's a thing,
kill
just
your
shoot it.
snake.
you know, I'll unattune from the Shadow Blade.
Okay. So, but I say it's
Well, I mean, what like you said, magic ain't gonna help us sneak up on her.
Yeah, but it can still help you with sneak attacks. What is the snake gonna do? Die?
Yeah.
If the adder staff
But-
dies, it becomes a non-magical staff.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Oh yeah, fair enough.
but I say, like I said, this is just the time that you guys have so much, and like
But then again, it's a poison gun, basically.
pretty much. The only problem is you got to think of this is a fey creature. How much is poison going to affect them? That's
True.
that's the other thing. But the thing is that's the catch of your particular ability though. Like your ability is what makes poison that much more lethal. But unfortunately for the adder staff, it's based off its own magic.
It's
Yeah,
not
you know what?
your
I'll
poison,
uninstall.
it's
I'll
Yeah,
uninstall.
I'll uninstall the adder staff. Uninstall adderstaff.exe. I got your back, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you know what? I'll unattune from the adder staff. Sorry for taking up so much time on
You're
just
fine.
this.
Hey man, like you guys are level 12. This is when this shit gets a little bit more technical, but I am still here to try to make this as fun as possible.
Okay, there we go.
All right. With that being said, though, was there any more shopping you guys wanted to do? And if there is no more shopping for you guys to do, how do you prepare for this?
Okay, I told Knackle to prepare Death Ward. We got that. Who had mental or intellect fortress
What?
again?
Me.
You have intellect fortress. We also have a Knackle with bless on standby.
And, custom rolls.
And we got Zenmeave if Zenmeave wants to help.
What are your important roles today?
1 and 9.
So you're not useful.
Zenmeave's useful.
Oh, he's
No,
you.
What's
I can change the
spells?
hags. Spells?
You're not useful for the potion.
The hag
Oh,
is
the
several
potion
days
now.
away.
Spells, they can be changed, but I have Comprehend Language, Find Familiar, Magic Missile, Shield, Dragon's Breath, Knock, Buff?
Buffs.
No, buff spells is what he's referring to.
Oh, you said spells. You could argue Telepathic Bond is a buff,
Ooh,
but not what we're looking for.
Telepathic Bond is a great and an underrated spell. Thank you very much.
I also have Guards and Wards, but nothing that'll, boost stats.
Then we don't need you.
You can still watch in case Blue went.
I was about to say, I would never discredit having a wizard nearby. Thank you very much.
I will right now, in this very moment.
You can be on the side.
Oh yeah, Henrik's next roll is a 1.
And this is exactly why you're not invited.
Yes, because he started it.
Blue's. So we got Death Ward, Bless, Intellect Fortress. We get a paladin. I mean, we have Garnan, but
Garnan's ability, Garnan's auras will literally protect you and add his charisma modifier to your saves, which Is
This is charisma.
It's his charisma because of the fact that he gave up his barbarian stats to take on a paladin. His charisma is a +3.
Okay. Intellect fortress +3 paladin aura. Big dick energy.
That's fair. That's fair.
I could probably put advantage on that because someone will help.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have silvery barbs?
I forgot I don't know why I muted myself.
Me? No.
I have
that's-
silvery barbs. It's fine.
It's not a wizard spell, I don't believe.
It is a wizard
It
spell.
is.
Oh,
There's-
everything's a wizard spell, I guess.
Most things, but there's a lot of like, I'm gonna be super nerdy here. Miracles and like druidic magic are typically the ones that are off
That is one
limits
of the
to
least
wizards.
nerdy
Oh,
things
I
you've
forgot I
said.
have
What do you
that.
mean?
we can do it.
God
We
knows.
can do that.
No good.
We can do that funny thing where you use silvery barbs plus lucky to get 4 rolls when picking the highest.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's amazing.
No, but
That would be a funny meme.
yeah, like the one thing to say when it comes to wizard magic compared to cleric magic, I've had a conversation with Abby about a particular spell for a long time because she's upset that it's not a wizard spell, that it's only a cleric
Ceremony?
spell. No,
What?
but I say it's oh god, what the hell is it called? It's that pillar of flame spell. It's a high level cleric
Flame
spell.
strike?
Yeah, flame
It
strike.
does radiant damage because it's,
Yeah, it's
God, I
it's
strike
forgot
from
I
the
had
gods.
some of
it's
that
holy
shit.
fire. It's not classic fire. It's holy fire. Like there's a difference.
Burning holy fire.
Yeah, it's a conversation. She's like, literally, like, I don't understand how this could not be a wizard spell. And I'm like, you got to look at it from the perspective of like, somebody casting miracles rather than casting spells. Like, it's whole thing.
Anyways,
Anyways.
Deathward plus intellect fortress +3 paladin aura, silvery barbs plus lucky, advantage.
So, let's start off
Yeah.
with this. Where do you want to do this?
Right outside the memory plane.
Okay. So do you want to do this like just like in the room just outside of it, or?
Yeah.
Okay, you do that.
We'll do that in the room that Blue had Mary locked up in.
Okay, sounds good.
Makes sense.
You set yourself up. Are you just doing like a single chair? Are you guys like just want as much open space as you can?
Move the table out the room. Blue will sit in the middle, and there's chairs around it.
I will ask you. Do you guys
Makes
plan?
sense.
Do you guys plan to like chain Blue down? Are you going to let him just sit properly? But I say, what is the go-to plan for this?
He's sitting.
Okay, just sitting. Just sitting.
Yeah.
Okay. But I say, intellect fortress. Can I assume you are spending the spell slot to cast it, Henrik?
Oh, yeah.
Knackle.
No, I'm gonna
I'm-
cast it for free.
For free, because I'm awesome.
Sorry.
You're good.
I just remembered one of my spells. I got an alt tab. Not tiny hut.
Such a good spell.
It is.
It's a good spell.
Not that one. Oh shit. Outside the barrier. You know what? I'll put Globe of Invulnerability down.
All right, nice.
Any spell of 5th level or lower cast from outside the barrier cannot affect creatures or objects within it, even if the spell is cast using a higher spell slot. Such a spell can target creatures and objects within the barrier, but has no effect on them.
All right.
Similarly, the area within the barrier is excluded from the areas affected by such spells. If that works how I think it is, if she tries to counterspell it, it'll be blocked.
It is a really good spell, and basically it's like it is a good way to deal with also magical environments. But like Globe of Invulnerability is a very, very good spell. But
So
you
I'll
want
center that on Blue and try to involve as many people in that as I can.
so you do that. Knuckle will cast Death Ward on you, Blue.
Less.
And Garnan will stay close, as well as Philman.
This place is screaming magic.
Yeah, basically, well, you guys are just outside of this, so you're inside of Nimnak's portable dungeon. So this whole thing oozes magic.
One dispel magic and we die.
Nah, you guys would be shunted out. Might be painful, but you won't die. Oh man, but then again, it would also dump the Mind Flare layer on top of you guys on top of that.
I don't think that's how it
No,
magic item
no,
works.
but I say, well, because it depends on how the Dispel Magic works specifically and what you're targeting. Magical items are a complicated thing, but Dispel Magic will work on them. But there's, like, specific things for it. And also, this is a very powerful spell. Casting a simple Dispel Magic will not stop it.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have to be very powerful.
You need like an 8th level dispel magic.
Yeah. Because this is basically, this spell is equivalent of, Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion.
Alright. I guess Blue's gonna drink the potion.
Alright, so you better say, Henrik, you bring Blue this blackish ichor-like potion.
I kind of lost the plot of what we were trying to do.
Uh,
I know we're fighting the hag, but what are we doing?
drink a
at the moment?
potion.
Right
We
now,
are drinking a potion. I thought we were doing some spy shit on the hag.
No, but
we're
you're
drinking the potion.
Blue has to take the potion to get the
so
guy's memories.
so yeah. Let me say this above game. I gave this opportunity for Henrik to be able to determine what different things he could take from using the body parts to using the Arc Cardinal's like demonic form. Basically, I gave the option when it came to his brain to either create a helm that would be essentially be able to create. It would be like a constant effect of mind erase or mind space. You get what I mean. The spell, a very powerful spell that basically protects you from like mind reading and so on and so forth. Or if he used his alchemy and turned it into a potion, you literally could wander into the memories of the Wish Demon, which would give you access to forbidden knowledge that would not be accessible by other means. This is basically a scry spell on steroids.
Wait, Blue wants to see if he can find a scroll of tongues or someone who can cast tongues on him. He needs tongues.
Bimp can actually do that for you.
Good idea.
Wait, we have Bimp.
Yep, Bimp knows tongues.
Bimp knows tongues.
Better say
I know tongues too.
That's true. Better say wizards, man.
I do not know
Wizards.
tongues.
Give
It
me
was-
tongues.
No, it was sex joke.
Haha.
Stutter.
Haha.
Nah.
But
It didn't land because everyone here is a nerd.
oh, damn. But
It's alright.
if you want, Bimp will walk up to you and she will cast tongues on you specifically, so you can understand. Now you can speak. Any people you speak to will understand you. Any person that talks, you can understand them, as long as it is a language.
He wants to understand the things that he's seeing in his brain.
Absolutely.
Good plan. Good plan.
Maybe he'll be taught abyssal from this. Who knows? His memories.
Alrighty. So with that being said, Henrik, you grab this potion that you uncork and you can. It basically, the way I imagine it anyways, is very much looks like you just popped open a witch's potion. Like it's immediately oozing like smoke. It's just foul looking.
Completely makes sense.
But I say, and I assume you hand it to Blue?
Yeah, I was muted that entire time without knowing.
It's all good. It's all good, man. And I will ask this question: would Henrik be staying as close to Blue as possible, or would he be backing up?
About 10 feet away.
10 feet away. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I got this right. I got my notes and stuff written down here. All right.
Arms reach.
So Blue, you are currently holding this essentially cylindrical potion. But I say that looks black and ichorish.
like sewage. Down the hatch.
All right. All right. So you drink it down.
Yeah, he's gonna cover his nose so he doesn't
Yeah.
have to taste it.
First things first, and I'm gonna warn people right now. This is gonna be one of the most disgusting descriptions I've ever given. Yeah, as soon as you bring it up to your lips, the taste, it does actually taste like you just literally dipped a cup in a sewage line and brought it up to your lips and were trying to drink it down. It's super thick. It's like trying to swallow mucus that you've from a really bad sinus infection. It's just it is disgusting, and it is hard to like push it down. But like you plugged up your nose, so you're not like tasting anything. You're literally just trying. Now it's just the sensation. It's the texture that you're trying to get past and bring it down. And as you do so, you drink it all the way down to the bottom of the potion. And immediately you guys see a weird like aura start to kind of go around Blue. It's like blackish and purple. When Tiny gets back, I need him to make a couple of rolls for me.
1. No.
Well, it was nice knowing Blue.
Yeah, this is kind of freaky because, at least from my understanding, we could lose Blue here.
Theoretically, yes, absolutely. About to say, literally,
He would take bad rolls, but yeah.
He is literally drinking the demonic essence of a high demon's brain. Like, this is by far, this is Frankenstein shit right here.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is
Definitely.
this is Frankenstein meets Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
Which these are references that may or may not go over people's heads. But it's very much like, this is something that is untested, unexperimented. This is something that has truly never actually been done before, except for in like the most obscure books of magic. But I say it's only because Henrik rolled as high as he did. He was able to create this. Because if it was any other alchemist, there's a very good chance this potion would have just been ruined, and drinking this would have been just basically be drinking toxic.
You're
Understandable.
And basically, you guys have taken necessary precautions because of the fact that you guys have no idea what the side effects of taking this potion will be. This could either be really good, really bad, and the side effects could be long-lasting, short-lasting. Again, this has never been tested or experimented with before. This is a first.
Another thing I'm a pioneer in.
Pretty much, yeah. This is something that literally, even from like my experience watching other D&D games, no one has ever thought to do something like this.
I should have gotten a bard from the College of Lore. We're in Westray. I'm dumb. Hello.
That being said, the first thing
you are.
the first thing I need Blue to do is I need Blue to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy, he's amazing at these. Hold on. I'm gonna silvery barbs myself. If he was lucky.
All right.
Good.
He's in fact not good at con saves.
So
I know, brain shitting on me.
you need to take the resilient feat, my dude.
I do. Okay. Well, that's 17 plus the D4 from Bless, which is 4. 17 plus 4 plus 3 from Garnan plus his own con save.
Nice.
He's gonna
What's
come
his
up with
saving
like
throw?
59.
Or anything else that can be added. Okay. 28.
28. All right. So first things first, you do not instantly regurgitate this just disgusting sewage sludge that went down your body. But
He's eating some rank junk.
Yeah, but Blue, it feels like your insides are on fire. It feels like it almost like you've been stabbed, you've been crushed, you've been pierced, you've been burned, you've been frozen, you've taken a lot of various different kinds of damage. It feels like someone you literally drank. It feels like there is acid on the inside of your body. Like literally, it almost feels like your intestines are melting. It's like the worst case of heartburn mixed with food poisoning.
Ow.
It is so uncomfortable, but you are hanging on. I assume, just like gripping the sides of your chair, and you are just like trying to bear it. Next thing I need you to do, Blue, is I need you to roll me 3 percentile rolls.
Oh boy.
Oh.
This I can't help.
Nope.
Avery, help me. 87.
Nice goddess, please
87.
help.
Okay. And then your second roll.
What was it? A 9, a 16, and an 18, Avery said.
Oh.
Oof.
Hold on, let me take a look at this. Pulling this up on here. Here we go. Yep. 9, 60, 18. All right. All right, let me take a look at this. Okay. Ooh. All right. All right. So for the first effect, first things first, Blue, you are mentally checked out.
Oh fuck.
Like, for everybody else, for your guys' sake, if you guys look in Blue's eyes, his eyes go pale, like almost as if like the lights are on and no one's home. But the first thing everybody on the outside here notices, you immediately see ichor start to come out of Blue's nose, out of his eyes, out of his ears. He is literally leaking the demonic ichor.
Fucking hell.
Delicious.
The second thing that happens because of your roll, you watch as Blue starts to spasm. His body starts to contort, and he is not in control.
Oh shit. Damn.
And the third thing that happens, you watch as all of a sudden he stops. And you watch as Blue just kind of like grabs the ground, like kind of puts his hand on the ground and starts to stand up. And as he lifts up his face to look at all of you, you see his eyes are different. His eyes are pure black.
Oh fuck.
Blue's dead.
Does anybody speak Abyssal?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I do. Let me double check quickly.
You got. I do.
You do?
He does.
Yep, Abyssal.
All right. So you speak.
No, Draconic. Yeah.
Alright.
Dang it.
So Zenmi,
Yeah.
you start to hear Blue speak, and it's just almost like a.
I will translate as he's speaking.
And it's almost as if you're hearing him start to speak some chant. He starts chanting. Hold on, let me pull up the specifics on this.
Should I counterspell?
I will say this: Zenmeep would be intelligent enough to know that this isn't a spell effect. So
It's not a spell. Is he casting a spell?
From what you can tell, no. But you're not sure. I'm about to say roll me an Arcana check.
+9. It's gonna be a 23.
23. But I say it seems more like a religious chant, almost like a call out to like the abyss, a call out to the princes.
Mute him.
What do you guys do?
Sorry, my brain skipped a groove. I don't think I have anything I can do to stop
Does
him.
anyone have anything or no?
But
I would think someone would have had.
The problem is a lot of you guys are using concentration spells, so letting go of your concentration, like Bimp knows silence, but the problem is that she would have to drop. Well, actually, is tongues concentration?
Wait, hold on. I'll check.
I want to double check that. I know Bimp has it on her spell list, and I have it on her preset spells that she has prepared. Because it's
Bimp has a stone of silence.
Does she have the stone of
She did
silence?
last time I checked.
Oh
But-
yeah, she
in-
should.
in that-
There were two
we had-
stones.
We had two. Blue had one. Blimp had the other to study it.
But I say that's right. So Bimp, let me take a look. Yes, here it is in her character sheet. Yep.
Tongues is not concentration.
It is not concentration. Okay, I just couldn't remember right offhand. But Bimp will just use when you tell her to stop him. You watch as she almost like kind of clicks, kind of like how you would use the sending stone, and she throws it underneath Blue's feet, and you watch as like he went from to pure silence. But
can I still read his lips?
do you have the observer feat?
No.
That is say, then unfortunately you wouldn't be able to read it word for word. You'd be able to catch certain words.
Alright, what can I
From what you
roll?
roll me a religion check, because this is a lot of information coming at you, and now you're not hearing it all.
Fuck, I'm gonna turn that into a 9 plus 5, 14.
14?
Oof.
It's weird. It's referring
Flash
to
of Genius 18.
18. All right. You start to go. You're kind of piecing it together. Blue in this state is calling out to the various abyssal princes. He speaks of the one who bears the power of the tendrils, one who bears the power of the hunt, one who looks for debauchery, so on and so forth. But there's two that seem a bit out of place here. Because of the fact that you don't know much about, like, you guys have all studied the Abyssal Princes. There's two mentioned in here that weren't in the original, like, study of them.
Ooh.
But to say one of these things that he's referring to is some abyssal creature who stalks the oceans, and one speaks of a being that has been barred and locked from existence. You're not quite with an 18. Unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to tell what he's referring to, but that is information that you gather.
Yeah, he'd communicate all of this.
Okay.
Fucking hell. Come on, Blue, don't just give up, Kazir says.
But I say, with that being said, you watch as Blue is just, it's like you're still seeing this ichor just kind of coming down his face. You see it kind of start to mess with his hair a bit. Like you're seeing like the tip ends of his hair are turning partial black, and it's almost, and what's even more disturbing is almost like you start to see like ichor coming out like off the back of his neck and is coming down his clothes. But that is what you guys are seeing on the outside. Blue.
Yeah, Chinese food is good. Hi.
Yes, it is. About to say, what do you got?
I brought home chow mein bourbon chicken.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah.
Noise.
About to say, literally any chance to get bourbon chicken and like Mongolian beef. Fuck yeah.
There's a buffet near here that's you can get as much Mongolian beef as you can eat.
Oh, that sounds so delicious. All right, but food aside. I say food aside, Blue. You kind of open your eyes. You still feel that sensation in your body, but it's kind of numbing. It's not preventing you from doing anything. It's just that you're just feel it on the inside. You seem to be in like almost like a dark room, but it's not really a room. It seems more like a cavern. You kind of take a step and you just hear as you realize you're stepping in black ichor.
Okay.
What do you do?
He's gonna start walking forward.
All right. You just
Does he have anything on him?
everything that you were wearing at the time when you took this potion is currently with you.
Alright. Then he pulls out his conductor stick
All right.
and keeps walking.
Alrighty. So right now it is pitch black. Like I'm talking advanced darkness.
He has the advanced darkness goggles.
All right. So you put on the goggles of Devil Sight.
Yep.
And Blue, immediately you can now see this room for what it is, and you are seeing it is very much reminiscent of a dark cavern. You are seeing like obsidian rocks like jutting out of the walls. You are seeing like just literally everywhere you're like walking, you could just hear as you just see our black ichor like ooze just kind of falling downwards. You are looking around you and you see like balls of ichor, and just like you when sometimes when you like look at them, you all of a sudden just see like a single eye just open up, and you just as it just runs away from you. Roll a religion check.
I'll roll a religion check. That's an... Blue is trained in religion. Nice. Where's my religion? Religion... +7... 26.
26. You've read about stuff like this. This seems to be what you would know when a demon dies on the material plane and they're sent back to the abyssal realms. They have to start all over again. They don't get to go back to the abyss as their big demonic forms. They go back to the abyss at square one. As in, they start off as just these black blotches of nothing, and they have to earn their position to rise back up the ranks. You get the sense that these things are bottom of the barrel demons. You could probably step on them and they would just die.
I need to roll something. Okay. Step on them and they just die. He's gonna be walking doing just that.
Alright. Literally just... Like, literally...
Yep.
Alright. You notice that as you do this, it's actually working. You are actually able to crush these things as you're walking. There's some kind of physicality to this vision. As you keep walking you eventually reach like almost a open-ended, like cylindrical cavern. One that goes, their only two directions are up and down.
Up.
You gotta go up? Alright. But to say, how would you like to do that? Would you like to climb?
Fly.
Okay. You use your ring and you start to basically elevate yourself. And you start moving and making your way through. With your advanced dark vision, you can see all the obsidian statues. There are times when some of these demons like almost look at you like maybe, but then like you kind of just give them the look and immediately they're like, oh, never mind. You start to elevate your way upwards. And as you do, you walk into what appears to be a... Let me pull up its description. Give me 1 second. I have to pull up my own notes. This is the wrong book.
I like to try something.
Oh, what would you like to do?
To scare the demons even more, he's going to be kind of holding the Eldritch Blast just in his hand, having that sickly energy glow.
But to say, you just have that glowing in your hand and immediately most of the creatures just back up. You get the sense that they're already bottom of the barrel. They don't need to try to pick fights that they can't finish.
Take them to even more square one.
Now, let's see here. Alright. I apologize, I'm taking a second, guys. Just, this is very specific information. Nope, that's not these guys. Come on, give me... There we go. Here's the page. As you go up this cavern, you eventually end up in what appears to be almost like you kind of climb up this canyon and you reach a surface. It almost looks like a darkish world. You look around and you see endless oceans surrounding you. The only thing you see as far as land masses go, from your little from the cavern you came up from, you see what appears to be an island with a single castle sitting on it. My gosh, Norton, go away, ruining the mood. But you see a single castle on a singular island, surrounded by endless dark ocean. I need you to roll me another religion check.
Alright.
The DC on this one is going to be difficult.
That's a 27.
27. You have to think really hard and think back to the studies that you've done in the past. And you also have to think back to when Henrik was reading the Abyssal books and talking about all the different princes. You remember talking to him about a place known as a place in the abyss known as the Gaping Maw. It's almost nothing but it's literally it is the demonic lair of endless oceans, ruled over by one of the Abyssal princes, who is deemed one of the most dangerous to be around, the Demogorgon. What would you like to do?
Since he's faced, he's gonna zoom down the hole.
Okay.
Just check what was the downward.
As you go down and you keep going down and you keep going down, you eventually reach what appears to be almost like with your magic eyes, you see what almost looks like an arcane gate, but it's sealed. You have traveled to a lot of different places. The closest you've ever seen to this was when you guys got a glimpse into Grazit's realm. But the thing is that you've never seen this before. You kind of, with your magic eyes, you kind of can take a look at this, and this doesn't even technically have a school of magic. This is almost like a god-level seal separating a layer from another layer.
Lou's going to go up to it and try and cast Identify on it.
Okay. You cast Identify, and your brain just feels like it's overloaded. You immediately start to see, you're not even getting information. It's more like you're seeing like this barrier get created, and it's very much just almost dark magic sealed together using almost a similar to abjuration, if abjuration was fueled by literally the darkness and death of those around you to create it. It hurts your head really, really much to be able to literally hold this information in your mind. But again, it is very similar to almost seeing a abjuration wall being created. But it's vastly more powerful.
Alright. He's gonna zoom back up.
Okay. You zoom back up to the surface. Which I will say this, if you wanted to try to push the boundaries of that barrier, but I say you could certainly try. I'm just saying that is what you see.
He doesn't have a death wish.
Fair. So you head back up to the surface, head up to where the surface is. And once again, you are greeted with this scene of endless dark oceans and a single castle sitting on a lonely island in this vast ocean.
He's gonna start zooming, keeping away from the water.
Absolutely.
To the castle.
Absolutely. As you zoom over the water, you can see creatures. You see tentacles and tendrils pulling out of the water. You see creatures with gaping maws, several eyes. But with your ability to control your speed and how high you go, you easily can prevent yourself from getting too close. You head towards the castle.
He head towards the castle and I'll roll another thing. Okay, Blue's going to be clutching the bird skull thing that Alosa gave him a long time ago.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, just keeping that for good luck.
Absolutely.
And yeah, head to the castle.
All right. As you walk into the castle, first things first about this castle, it looks almost run down, but the parts that seem sturdy are almost refined. This isn't made of like your average stone. This is obsidian. This is just absolutely like solid foundation. This thing was meant to survive storms. And as you like kind of walk in, you can't help but just like, even though it looks gnarled, it looks disturbed. You can't help but factor in the fact that this is well built. It isn't going to fall apart.
Unless I make it.
Unless I make
guess fireball.
Fuck this shit. I cast shatter. I want the foundation destroyed.
Actually, Blue has a spell that. What is the spell that makes it just everything die? Solomon's shattering chorus.
Yep.
Does double damage to
To inanimate objects. Yep. Literally, you could bring this whole thing crumbling down if you wanted to. But as you, I assume you progressively move in.
Yep.
As you walk in, you feel this pressure on your mind, but it's almost as if it's kind of bouncing off. Like it isn't phasing you in a way.
He has an assumption of it being the abyss trying to make him go nuts.
Gotta say, that would be a strong theoretic, considering you guys have experienced what it's like to walk in a realm that affects you with madness. As you this place is rounded, and there are various skull-shaped minarets as you're walking through, basically like disturbing figures and like architecture for this castle. As you progressively walk through, you start to see these weird creatures. They almost look like soldiers made of metal. Their eyes slanted. It's almost like a smiling metal mask. But I say, if you want to try to figure out what these things are, you can go ahead and roll me a religion check.
Alright. 14 plus 7.
21.
21.
But I say, with a 21, you've heard a thing of these creatures. They're kind of obscure. They're not really talked about that often. These creatures are known as myrmidons. They're basically they're almost like souls that were given a husk to control. Almost metallic. You would know that myrmidons, used in different circumstances, are typically the souls of those who have fallen and become restless. So, like ones that die on the battlefield. However, with the Demogorgon, you get the sense that more than likely these are victims, sacrificed or murdered in the name of the Demogorgon, inhabiting these metallic beings, guarding the fortress, guarding the gaping maw when its master is not around. Do you proceed?
Do they seem hostile?
They don't
Or
seem
not see him.
They do not seem to notice you.
He goes on by.
All right. As you walk, you do get a sense that they're kind of like they turn and like they kind of like look at you, but it's like almost like they're looking through you, and they kind of just turn back to what they were doing.
All right.
Do you proceed?
He proceeds.
You start to proceed down until you enter this like grand like entry hall. Like it's like this massive room. You are seeing runes in symbols which the moment you look at them, it hurts. It hurts to look at them. Like, you kind of have to avert your eyes because it almost feels like your eyes are starting to bleed just staring at them. But you are now in this great room, and you are starting to hear voices. One of them seems husky, like very hard to understand. Like the raspiness of its voice is very thick. It's hard to understand what exactly they're saying, but it sounds familiar to you. It sounds like something you guys heard talking to you in Padstow. The other voice, however, as it speaks, it almost feels like the entire castle is like moving. As like one is supposed more like
I can understand it.
Which, yes, for you just hear, please give me an opportunity, a chance to prove my loyalty to the Abyssal Princes. I want a chance to corrupt one and show what my loyalty means. And the other voice shakes the foundation of this castle. It almost feels like you can hear the waves move as this creature speaks. And this one is, even with tongues, hard to understand. It is very, like, it's the same language, but it's almost like it's thicker. It's more, it basically would be like comparing like Latin that we speak now to actual Latin from the old school texts that people learned from. And you just hear, a chance to prove yourself. Why should I allow this? I have water specifically for this. Do you walk towards the voices?
Yes.
All right. As you walk into this room, and I assume you're still like trying to keep your eyes away from all these various symbols that are on the walls and on the ceiling.
Keeping them in the corner of his eyes, but not like direct staring.
Mm-hmm. And like even with your like looking at them in your peripherals, anytime your iris like moves over to look at it, it hurts. It's like the deepest headache. Like it's like the deepest migraine you've ever had. And as you proceed, you walk into what appears to be a giant throne room. Like, you've seen what the King and Queen of Atharia's throne room looks like. It pales in comparison to the size of this. Like, as far as decor goes, like your sister's taste and like your family's taste is obviously very elegant, very beautiful, very stunning. Blows people away when they come in. This looks like someone decided to just take a room, smash everything to pieces, and yet somehow make it look refined enough to stand. Like, this place looks like it's been shattered.
So it's just modern art?
Pretty much, yeah. But it's as you walk in, you see a pretty decently tall being, a large, about 12-foot tall, like, it's like palest skin, like gray and white. You see like wings coming out. It looks like claws dripping. And as you look at this creature's face, you recognize it because you saw it come out of Jahath's side when in his memories, and then you watch as it overtook him in the fight against him. And you are staring at the Wish Demon.
What Jahath would have been.
Yes. You see this creature with no eyes. You see horns, like, wrapped around the side of its skull and just kind of going, almost jutting backwards at an upward angle. And you see, but beyond him, the creature that's impossible not to see. And it's almost as if he's in his own pool of dark, abyssal water. You see the Demogorgon. a 16 to 20 foot tall, just tentacles that look at something out of an like an H.P. Lovecraft story. Fur, matted, disgusting, almost covered in slime. And you see these two heads, one looking to be very furious, very almost like it looks like he's gonna tear this demon apart for even thinking to talk at it, let alone look at it. The other head seems to be a bit more almost kind of like a hyena jovial. It seems to be taking almost joy in the fact that this creature is talking to them, as if it thinks it's worthy enough to speak to them. Which this would be another religion check if you wanted to know more about how the Demogorgon's personality is.
That would be a 23.
You actually would not know. This is very obscure knowledge. You just see these two heads for some reason. They're almost talking out of sync. They're talking to each other and at this creature. I want to bring you and the others to the material plane. Our master has a plan. You see the Demogorgon just kind of look almost, not only one looks amused, entertained, the other looks like he's ready to just full on strike the demon, obliterate it, turn to nothing. Us. What do you wish to use us for? And you just see the wish demon look. I wish to bring back the King of Demons. I wish to break the chains that bring them and seal them away. I wish to end mortality and bring the destruction of the world. And you start to see around the wish demon symbols. You start to see a couple of them you immediately recognize, as you've seen the symbols of Grost, and you've seen the symbols of Orcus, and the symbols of Baphomet. I got a couple already on our side. If they are willing to work, why not you? And you watch as the Demogorgon, you watch as one of the tentacle arms just wraps around the wish demon, and you watch as it's like starting to crush him. Like you are seeing the wish demon like kind of flailing. It's almost like it's trying to resist being crushed, but it's almost like a piece of it is like acceptance. And then you watch as the demon looks and the other head looks. And you watch as it takes its other tentacle arm, and you watch as it just bites down on it and just kind of tears a section of it off. And you see this not traditional black ichor you've seen before. This ichor almost looks like it's black with a metallic hue. It have you ever seen what melted iron, like melted steel, looks like?
Yes.
Like when you're pouring it from the mold.
Mm-hmm.
Picture it like that, but mixed into this black ichor. And you watch as this creature like almost pours it onto this demon. You have a taste of me. Find me my avatar. If you do, I will join your cause. Betray me, I will wreak havoc on all the Because of the abyss. You watch as the wish demon, it's like still being crushed, but it's almost as if you see like some of that ichor is not falling onto his arm, and it's almost like infusing into him. And you just see this creature's like flailing in fear. Like, it's just, this is a being of absolute destruction. And you watch as he just lets him go. And the wish demon just falls to the ground. Like, solid thud. Like, just, this is, like, you could probably tell this creature probably took a massive amount of fall damage just from the impact of being let go. And you watch as it's just like, I will not fail you. I will not fail you. I will not fail you. And you just watch as the Demogorgon looks and just kind of encircles him. And then he looks, and it's almost as if he sees you. One head seems to be super focused on the wish demon, and the other one looks at you.
Is it the aggressive head or the jovial?
The jovial head.
He's looking back.
And you just hear more of a laugh than it is any kind of words. And it doesn't stop staring at you as this conversation proceeds. And you hear a voice in your head. And who are you?
Very good question.
I'd recommend honesty.
I'm one of the people who have been interested in your avatars. I am one of the people fighting said broken skull motherfuckers.
Interesting. Humans never cease to entertain me.
Well, I do like being entertaining.
You have done something that others could only dream of. And in my opinion, that should be rewarded. Blue, you feel a substantial pain on your back. It's almost as if someone is raking a blade just across your shoulders, down into your center and lower back. It almost feels like you're getting it feels like you're getting a tattoo, but they are purposely like nailing the needle in so that it cuts deeper.
He's a masochist. He's fine.
And all of a sudden you start to see visions. You see visions of a city in the sky. Beautiful. But you see a dark aura on it. And you almost see... It almost looks like the city is held aloft by it is held aloft, but only just barely. You see visions of a forest blighted, destroyed, and spreading. You see a vision of creatures rising from the ground, skeletal, flesh missing. The most disturbing, very familiar, almost looks to be a dragon, missing flesh and seeing bone. You see a creature, not a person, a creature, with fur. But you almost see like one of the arms has been replaced with a tendril, one of its eye sockets almost looks like it's been sunken in, but as you see closer, it almost looks like you're a pure black, like squid eye, with fire consumed all around it. You see visions of chains, various of them falling from the sky to the ground below. And every time it touches, you just see black ichor spreading. People consumed by it. People just, like, almost grasping their heads, screaming. And after a while, it stops. It all kind of fades to black. And it almost feels like you're falling, and falling, and falling. To the rest of the party on the outside, you see Blue still doing this chant, and for Henrik, and who's up very close, you suddenly start to see that that black ichor that was going down Blue's back was now, as it gets to the bottom of the coat, you are seeing blotches of red. You are seeing puddles of blood coming off of Blue's body. You could tell from just from a perspective of where you're standing, Blue's losing a lot of blood. And eventually you see Blue just fall over. His eye, he no longer twitching, no longer bleeding this black ichor, but you are seeing a pool of blood starting to surround him.
Could I roll a dexterity to see if I catch Blue?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Henrik would try to catch Blue first.
That's a good question.
Why are you muted?
No, he's not messing with this until it's over.
Okay, so you just
Don't
let...
touch.
Yeah, Kazir will do it because he doesn't know better. You know.
Okay, you go, run, or go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Not one.
Nat 20. Holy
No.
shit.
No, not one.
Yeah.
Busy.
Unless Henrik tries to interfere with Kazir, that's a
I
possibility.
can just give you a not one.
Yeah, better say, Zenmib, are you using one of your dice on...
I want to, but before I do that, do I think it's... Firstly, do I catch his... do I see what he's going to do, and do I think it's going to hurt him?
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Oh, that's a base stat.
Yep, base stat.
Yep.
18 natural, 23 overall.
23 overall. About to say, you
Fun
get the...
move for me, but...
About to say, you get the sense with the ichor starting to gone, you feel like the effects of whatever this potion are starting to fade. You don't know if there's any residual effects, but at the same time, like, Blue's losing a lot of blood. Like, he is losing a lot of blood. Like, even with the intelligence that both you and Henrik both share, you can see that he's already losing, like, pints of blood.
Yeah, I won't give you that one, then.
So, with a natural 20... with that being the case, then, with a natural 20, because you easily just, with your cat-like agility, you literally kind of just swoop in, and as Blue is falling, you prevent Blue from, like, face-planting on the ground. And
Don't fucking give up now, Blue.
But as you touch him, like, you kind of move your paw to the side, you can see your paws soaking in blood.
Fucking hell.
Better say, you watch as Knackle immediately steps over and goes, "Pardon me, Kazir. Let me try."
Thank you.
And you watch as Knackle starts to cast healing magic on Blue, and I need to roll a percentile die, and Blue, I need you to roll me another percentile die. Okay, the healing magic does take effect. You do see Kazir, Zenmib, Henrik, you see as Knackle starts casting healing magic, you're seeing bursts of necrotic energy bouncing off of his body as Knackle's trying to heal him. But you can see...
62.
62? Nice. But I say, well, I'll tell you what that means in a moment. You watch as Knackle is, like, pushing harder with his magic, and he overpowers the necrotic energy. You watch as the blood starts to lessen. Like, the blood... There's a lot of blood here, but it's not like he's... It's not like the puddle is starting to get bigger and bigger. But I say, Blue.
Hi.
You have touched the abyss and survived. You have made contact with an abyssal lord, seen visions that would madden others. With that, with your role, you now have gained a new ability.
Oh.
You can add to your features that you are now shadow touched.
Oh. Oh God.
But
Dang,
no matter where you go now, you are now affected by the abyss.
Well.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Oh, if it would have
I'm gonna...
if it would have been one of the extremes, this could have been completely different. This could have been much worse. If it would have been closer,
Hard to picture much worse.
oh,
but
you
it's
would like. Oh, I have a whole like list of what would have happened depending on roles. Not only during the transformation, like of taking the potion, but what would have happened after this. Because considering the visions that Blue saw, that is a literally. If you would have rolled a nat 1, Blue's arms would have been gone, and you would have seen that his arms were replaced by tendrils.
That would have
Fair
been
point.
weird.
But I say it would have prevented you from casting somatic spells.
Time for Henrik to make him new arms.
Yeah, pretty much at that point.
Yeah.
And another worse effect,
Charisma.
another really terrible effect would have happened was that Blue could have lost his ability to see in light. He would have had permanent devil sight, and anytime he was out in the sun, he would not have been able to see properly.
He'd need to get glasses.
Yeah, he would need.
He does have sunglasses.
Yeah, but you would have needed like really, really good sunglasses. You would have. You would have picked up like what the traditional effect of the of Drow and Kobolds and Duragar would have had, like the light sensitivity, where like trying to make perception checks, making attacks, all that stuff in sunlight would have been at massive disadvantages and would have taken penalties.
All right. Does Blue end up waking up from Death Ward and
Like
knowing
you,
magic?
no, you are still unconscious, but you are breathing. Henrik, Henrik, Knackle, Kazir, and Zenmeave, with all of you being close. Garnan and Filman are keeping, and Bimp are keeping their distance. They're ready. Same with Alosa, just in case something else happens.
Fair.
He is back.
But to say, you guys, is there anything you guys want to do with Blue at this moment?
Take a blood sample.
Take a blood sample. Very easily
Just
done.
in case we gotta clone him.
But I say you could easily take one of your empty vials, and you're able to take a sample of his blood.
Kazir will carefully lay Blue down.
Okay.
I
will
where they are.
I will ask
Good.
you this: do you guys take Blue's clothes off? Do you leave him be?
Ew.
Like especially like around his back.
Take his blood-covered shirt off.
But I say, which
Yeah.
well, Knackle's gonna want to do that to be able to like finish like sealing up the wounds and everything.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
But
He kind of leaves it be and tries to just keep Globe of Invulnerability up. Oh
Eric
shit, it's
said
only
yes,
1 minute,
said-
never mind.
as you guys remove his Blue's jacket and remove his armor and remove his shirt, you see his back. You see it looks like a butcher just decided to take a blade and start cutting into his back.
Fresh wounds or old wounds or both?
They look like both. Like these wounds have been here for a while. But as you kind of like as the wounds start to heal, it almost looked like an Icarus tattoo. I need Henrik, Zenmeave, and Henrik and Zenmeave, I need you both to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh shit!
Wisdom saves.
Yep.
Okay.
But to say, Kazir, you do not need to make this roll.
17.
Good thing I have that ring.
What did you
At
get?
least that's what I'm assuming. Why?
17.
17. Your mind, like your head, starts to hurt. It's almost as if like you're again similarly to how I described it for Blue. It almost feels like you have like a massive migraine, like pounding in your skull. I say Henrik.
12.
12. As you're looking at this, you start to kind of lose yourself. You start to fall. It's almost as if your eyes start to go pale. The rest of you guys, you watch as Henrik falls unconscious.
Shit. What the fuck happened?
But Kazir, you can see this mark.
Oh.
As you look at this mark, what everybody else seemed to struggle with, you look at this, nothing is happening to you. You see what appears to be a symbol of an eye with almost like Hermaeus Mora style tendrils wrapped around it. And it's almost like it almost like itself has a dark aura.
Can I roll to see if I might recognize this?
Roll me a religion check.
Okay.
Which, Zenmi, because you are able to keep consciousness, if you would like to make a roll as well, you can.
Sure. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Let me double check my religion stats. You said brain work.
Religion.
12.
12? It feels like you could tell this is abyssal. Like this is some kind of abyssal markings. You've never seen markings like this before. But as you look at the longer you look at it, you feel kind of like a pulse on your right arm where the mold is on your body.
Oh.
Like you almost
Can't be good.
It's almost like a pulsing. Like the longer you stare at it, it seems like the pulsing gets a bit stronger. Zenmiv, you see this and you're kind of taking a moment. Your head it hurts, it throbs. Henrik, you're just out of it. Like you can't, nothing. But Zenmiv, as you're staring at it, as you kind of take a moment to recognize it, you immediately dart your eyes away. You recognize this mark. You recognize this as the destructive mark of the Demogorgon. You would know that that this particular mark can literally drive someone insane by just staring at it. One look could make you enthralled. Serial killers have been born from staring at this mark.
Avoid looking at that. Cover it.
You watch as Knackle starts to bandage up Blue's wounds. It doesn't seem to affect him.
Probably because he's robot.
Makes sense.
And as the mark,
Kazir will help cover it up.
Absolutely. Just give him an advantage on his medicine check.
Sure.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, no, easily done. Let's see, that's a 24 for medicine. Easily, you watch as Knackle is very carefully and meticulously disinfecting, casting healing magic to seal up wounds. He is applying salves in order to keep to ward off any darker effects that could be happening. And you watch as Blue's body is now bandaged. Kazir, the pulsing stops. About to see Zenmiv, the headache starts to fade away. Blue is still unconscious. Henrik, you are currently unconscious as well.
Can I just pat his face?
You start to pat whose face?
Henrik.
Henrik, about to say it takes a little bit. You kind of end up having to get some water and kind of help Henrik. Basically, if you've ever seen somebody who had a fainting spell, you basically had to kind of use smelling salts and stuff to be able to help Henrik get back to consciousness.
What the hell happened?
Blue passed out and then got more handsome.
Oh, I know what happened. I meant Kazir was asking it.
I know, but I'm saying Blue passed out and got more handsome.
Would I just know what happened here, or do I?
You go ahead and roll me a history check.
With advantage because you love me?
But I say without advantage because this is something that wasn't talked about in the timelines you bounced in.
Even still, dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Alright, well let me tell you this. First things first. Hi Highland! About to say, hey dude! About to say, happy to see you in the chat, man. Sorry, just saying hi to Highland in the chat.
First things first, gonna mute my microphone.
First things first, mute my microphone. Second of all, you kind of think back into all the times you've bamfed in and out of timelines. You remember in one of the timelines that Blue had a bunch of bandages that he would wear all the time around his like torso. When you asked him about it, it's Blue never really spoke of it. All he said was that it had to do with the abyss.
Thinking, in the past, your future, my past. He was always, well, one. Some. In some of the timelines I was in, he was always wrapped with bandages, things to do with the abyss, and being that that symbol is the one of the Demogorgon.
Demogorgon.
Say his
Alright.
name.
We're in a thing,
Yeah, you guys are literally in the safest place to talk about it.
and yeah, and I think he met a friend.
Fucking hell. Really?
Yes.
Shit.
Out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my third eye, and I want to look into the ethereal plane, and this will last until a short, long rest or incapacitation.
Okay, so basically what this does is it allows you to see, like, it's the ethereal plane and the material plane are both interconnected. It's just the fact that one is visible to the naked eye and one's not. It basically allows you to see.
Yeah, I want to look into the ethereal plane, and I can see within 60 feet of myself.
How close are you to Blue?
Probably within 10 feet.
As you look over, you see something disgusting. You see almost like you see this being that looks similar to that, like, of what would be the term for it? I'm gonna be a nerd here. Do you guys know who Quaggoth is? It's
How
like
do you spell it?
Heard that name.
Quagggoth.
I've heard that name.
I do now.
I say, do you see what it looks like?
Yep.
Imagine a very miniature version of that seems to be like wrapped around Blue's back, and it's like it very much is just like, and it like looks, it almost, its mouth just kind of looks at you and it just opens and you see like 8 layers of teeth going in and just.
That'll be the one causing it. Can
Huh?
I interact with it at all? Do I know?
Sorry about this, guys. About to say a little bit of an emergency. Give me 2 seconds. I apologize that I'm
Absolutely
interrupting.
not.
Life
One
before.
Mississippi, two Mississippi.
Life before anything else.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Unless
hope
you're a
that I-
nerd.
Yeah, then you don't have a life in the first place, so like half points. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can make this thing go away, so that
Probably
It
not
may-
if you saw it in the future.
it's not in the future. I'm seeing into the ethereal plane, which is like
I meant
Uh,
before, because if
yeah,
it could have been
but-
removed, then it could have been removed in your. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah. Zenmeave jumps timelines though, and that's how we justify like anything.
I know, but what I
that-
mean is, if there was a possible way to do it, Blue would have done it. If that
maybe
makes sense.
Blue can't see into the ethereal plane. Very few can.
Yeah.
I
Good
figure
point.
like that timeline could be one where you guys never met Zenmeave, or it's
Well,
something where I
you
don't
talked
try
to
this.
him, so sorry.
Yeah, that timeline could be one where you guys didn't meet Zenmeave, or
Fair point.
like a bunch of different things, and it could also be that I just can't interact with this thing at all. I'm hoping that, or like I can, but it doesn't make the scar go away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Although Blue now has a very powerful flash.
True.
Like, if we really want to like discredit someone without killing them, just show them Blue's back for a little while. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
drive him crazy.
Exactly.
It'd be some Dishonored type neutralizing the target situation.
Yeah.
You know, like that one mission where you poison the target with a rapist.
Right. You can do that.
All right.
What?
And
Oh
Dishonored,
yeah, Dishonored. Oh god.
Man,
Yeah.
isn't the no killing end just amazing?
yeah, you instead of killing them, you make their lives so much worse than them just being dead.
Yeah.
Lobotomize one, send another with
Ah,
a
yes.
rapist.
A pacifist.
So sorry.
Pacifist.
Sorry about that, guys. Freaking Abby.
You know,
Abby.
I'm sorry,
Apparently,
but I need to be right back.
it's all good.
Oh,
Abby screamed, scared my children. There was a spider the size of a dollar coin in my basement.
how
And
big
it's
are your
tiny.
dollar coins?
We were talking about Dishonored and how the pacifist playthrough is not very nice for your targets.
No, God, no, God, no, God, no, no, no,
You
no,
know,
no.
It
how
may
you send
be
one,
unlucky for my targets,
know,
but
how
I got
you
a
send
reason.
one target away with a rapist.
Yep.
Lobotomize another. You know,
Basically, instead of just like killing them, you're literally indirectly killing them so that you look better.
Shit.
yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, you were
Are-
asking me a question.
do I know if I can interact with this thing?
You would, about to say, you would remind me with your ability. You just have the ability to see into it, correct?
Let me check.
You can
Third
see
eye.
into the ethereal
You
plane,
can
not
see into the
direct.
ethereal. Yeah.
Yeah, so which means you would not be able to interact with it.
Okay.
But it's there. Chill.
Do I know what it is, right?
You would need to roll a religion check.
Done.
He's there.
That's gonna be a
Chilling.
dirty 20
Being a
again.
Dirty 20. You've heard of this. You don't know that much about it. You would know this as essentially, in religious terms, they have constantly used the terms that one becomes cursed because of the fact that they've been marked or tied by that of the abyss. There are plenty of lore and stories of those who have come across tomes they shouldn't have read, visions that they shouldn't have seen, and all of a sudden a magical effect will start to happen to not just them but to those around them. You get the sense that this creature is actually a side effect of whatever of the potion that Blue took. You get the sense that he has been quote unquote cursed, but there's actually a thing living off of him. These creatures don't really have a name. They just are known as they're known as abyssal worms. Like, it's just these things are a danger to everything around them, and typically they on the material plane have like a tattoo like appearance.
Yeah. He kind of walks over to Blue and kind of waves his arm at the thing through the thing. Which looks weird on the outside.
Yeah, which you could see it. You move your arm, it goes right through it.
Unfortunately, I can't really do anything about it. It's something that goes by a few different names, although most people just know them as curses. It's complicated. It's a curse. You can see it if we manage to find someone who can interact with the ethereal plane, they could potentially remove it. However, this is something that's dangerous. It may not only be cursing him, but it could also be cursing us as well.
So that's why Henrik fainted too.
And I felt it. Sort of. The reason for that was the mark itself. That was the mark of DG, I guess. Sure.
Okay.
And it's that has its own history. It's known to have you, a serial killer. Most of them, well, some of them, a good amount. Thinking about it, have actually. It's been theorized that many of them have seen a symbol of this sort, and some of them it's confirmed in some of their writings, journals, the like. It's that is a very dangerous mark. It should be kept covered up at all times. Although
I
think
just
I
want to make.
understand.
When does Blue kind of have control over his body at this point?
No, you are currently still unconscious. In
I know unconscious, but like mental to body connection.
yes, you do feel that.
He is shaking. He is shaking badly. Like someone who was having a horrible nightmare.
Completely understandable.
About to say, I will ask you with this now that Henrik, you are now awake, which your body feels numb. Like it just, again, it's like being hit with a fainting spell. Like you just fell over for no reason. It's like your mental, like you instead of being bashed physically, it almost feels like your mind just got sucker punched, which does not happen very often.
I'll sucker punch you in the brain.
Pretty much, yeah.
Do I think it's safe to wake Blue up?
That's the problem here. That would be a medicine check.
I've been getting pretty good rolls all night. Yeah, dirty 20.
God damn. That high intelligence is really paying off for you.
No, I just have a +1. I'm just rolling really well.
Oh yeah, medicine's wisdom. Never offends. I always never mind. Anyways, you kind of take a look at him, and you kind of get the sense that Blue is probably dealing with some trauma. You probably get the sense that waking him might not be the best idea. It probably would be best to let him gradually wake up and basically allow his mind and his body to come to terms with what happens as he's coming into consciousness. Trying to force him awake would be like trying to wake somebody up after they had surgery with a bucket of cold water.
Yeah. If I may avoid waking him up for now, though, someone should keep near him. It's what he's gone through, whatever he's seen, is a little traumatic. So
you watch as, unless anybody stops him, you watch as Garnet walks up, goes, I can carry him to one of the rooms.
certainly.
Or at least pull out a bedroll for him to lay on.
Do what you will.
Because now I recall Garnet wouldn't have access to the area where the beds are. But I say Blue hasn't shared the code to get to the upper room.
Was there like a mark for it?
It doesn't have a riddle for the upper rooms.
Oh,
it's just open.
It's just open? Okay. I couldn't remember because I was just like, if I remember correctly, Blue chose to keep the riddles up, so technically. But
the riddle is there for the lower rooms because those are important.
Yeah. But I say you watch as Garnan, if you guys allow him to, he will take Blue up to one of the rooms. Specifically, probably the main bedroom, and he just lays Blue down on there.
Kazir will go with him unless Henrik does.
Henrik, you would know that Thorpic's laboratory is both on the middle floor, and he has a alchemist room upstairs.
He's gonna go to the alchemist shop to study the blood sample he got.
Absolutely.
Hold on.
I say so. You would be just across the hall from where, right across the hall from where Blue is at, where he's resting. That being said, Garnet will lay down Blue. Blue, this you would know. I don't think I need to say this as a DM, but just for the sake of brevity, you went through a lot. Your body and mind are trying to acclimate.
Fair.
He's gonna try and put them back together like he tries to do it after a night of drinking.
Pretty much.
Zenmi will probably stay in the room until he wakes up.
Sounds good. But I say Knackle will do the same just because of the fact that he is a healer. And he feels the need to be there for Blue since he got hurt really badly.
Zenmi pretty much knows everything that's going on.
Speaking of Blue, mark on your character sheet, you lost half of your maximum HP.
Oh, my max.
Yeah,
Great.
not permanent. Just you lost a lot of blood.
Until I sleep and heal.
Sleep properly, not fall unconscious because of massive damage. But I say you didn't die. That's the key thing here.
Yeah, that's the good thing. And there was, besides Mark, there's no real. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what Shadow Touch means.
It's bad.
It's some side effects. So Stray, me and you mildly talked about it because of your connection to the Abyss.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
That
was like ages ago.
I know, right? But I say, with that being said, Henrik, because of the fact that you're using your alchemy skills to be able to to check Blue's blood for anything, I want you to go ahead and roll me an alchemy check.
All right. $27 with Flash of Genius.
So to 31. You study his blood really hard. You are focusing on as much detail that you possibly can, checking hemoglobins, checking how the various cells in the blood are still constructed. You do see something is a bit off. You are seeing strands of necrotic energy. But as you're studying it, the longer it sits in the vial, you're watching as it is just after a while just kind of fizzles out, and Blue's blood returns to normal. You get the sense with that high of a check, Blue had essentially almost like a shock to his entire nervous system and his organs. It's almost like he swallowed a necrotic bomb that went off inside of his body. You get the sense that more than likely. You get the sense more than likely why he started bleeding profusely, why the ichor was starting to come out, it's almost as if, I think the best way, if I'm going to be a nerd here to explain it, if anybody's watched Naruto, how, Kurama would eat the tail beast bomb and it would just implode in his body. Picture it that way, but instead of it being where Kurama could just adapt to it and make him stronger, Blue basically just had a bunch of necrotic energy blow up in his body. And it almost it sapped energy and sucked life force out of him.
Makes sense.
These are notes to have for your potion, considering the fact that it was a success. It was still experimental. You didn't know because this has never been done before. You never knew what the side effects could have been. This potion is.
Some side effects are now possession, seizures, and
death,
unconsciousness.
Yep. But I say death is a high probability.
Losing your limbs and getting tentacles.
Well, that's not something in game anymore.
That was more specifically from the visions you saw. The truth is that there's a couple of different directions this could have gone. And the fact that it went to the gaping maw scared me as a DM.
Also a note, an important note. This is not something I know yet, but I mean in character, and only Blue knows. But I mean
in player, out of character.
Yeah. That demons apparently can see through others' memories.
Oh, Demogorgon.
I'll say this.
I mean the demons the ichor eyeballs could also see Blue.
Yeah, it's almost as if they could see him, but it almost looked through him. But as a Demogorgon specifically seemed to be able to see Blue. I will say this, just because it's a fun fact, above game. Demogorgon is literally one of the three most powerful entities in the entirety of the Abyss. He is literally like Mordenkainen's notes talk about how even he feared the Demogorgon. And Mordenkainen is one of the most powerful wizards to ever walk the different planes.
Good to know.
Even he was affected by Demogorgon's cursed mark. And he looked at it through a mirror.
Oh.
Yeah, the effects of that mark are nasty. I rolled a percentile dice to determine what happened to Henrik. Henrik just fell unconscious. There are much worse things that could have happened.
Like what?
Insanity. Henrik would have felt Henrik would have felt more of a tendency to murder. Like mercy would not have been an option. It would have been very much like Henrik could have taken. It would basically be like attuning to the abyssal axe again.
Nice.
Okay. Anything before Blue wakes up?
Not really. It's more after a few hours. I'm gonna roll a dice to determine how long it takes.
I was talking like Kazir.
Oh, sorry. It's more like you reminded me how long it took. I had to
brain shat on me. Okay. Yeah, cause you know what? Fuck it. Kazir would be sitting with Blue.
Absolutely. So same with Knackle and Zenmeave in Blue's room.
Yeah.
Just it is very quiet. Blue's breathing is even. You can see his chest rise up and down, but it's like even under blankets, Blue is shivering.
Understandable.
I also send a question to you in DMs.
Oh, absolutely. Let me take a look. But unless somebody else... Let's say, with that being said, after about 5 hours after the potion has been... After Blue took the potion, Blue, you returned to consciousness.
He shoots up out of bed, clutching his chest.
Zenmeave would gently put an arm on his shoulder. You should lay down. I know you don't quite trust me yet, but...
Yes, definitely.
He's gonna just slowly lay back down. What happened?
Well... piecing the hints that I've gotten together, you saw the DG.
Was a bit more than safe.
Wait, would Kazir know who he's referring to with the DG?
He said Demogorgon out loud a bit ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
A couple.
Well, over
okay.
5 hours ago,
But
Fair
you would.
point.
But you would have heard.
Yeah.
but
Okay, never mind. Wait, does Kazir know what the Demogorgon is?
But I say you would know it's one of the Abyssal Princes. I think I
Okay.
had you roll a check before, and you didn't roll too high. You know,
yeah.
you know he's very dangerous. You know that he is something to fear, and you would know that it's his champion, his avatar, that's wreaking havoc in Uskar right now.
Oh, right. Yeah. Fair point.
well,
Didn't just see him. I spoke to him.
Not-
Fuck.
I know you well enough. I imagine how that went. Yes, I'm aware. You have a curse on you. It as well. You have a scar on your back. It's his symbol. I don't think it goes away anytime soon.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is Blue's max health back to normal?
Blue's max
Or-
health is currently still at half. You fell.
Okay.
Basically, you fell to unconsciousness. You didn't get a full rest.
Ooh.
Blue turns invisible.
I still
Lil?
see into the ethereal plane, so I can still see him, right?
Nope. Invisibility
No?
does. Invisibility isn't taking you to the ethereal plane. That's blur.
I
That's blur, and that's oh gosh, what was the other spell that I'm trying to think of?
Etherealness.
Yeah, etherealness is another about to say, but there's also one more. It's a good like combat
Misty
spell.
Step,
Misty step.
kinda?
Misty step kinda. That's more of a teleportation.
I mean, I know it, but from
There's
what I understood,
Blink.
you
That's what I was trying to think
walk
of.
through the
Blink.
plane
Blink.
to get. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I still have my hand on his shoulder.
Yeah. The blankets are still up, and you still have his hand. Your
Oh, yeah,
hand on
fair
his
point,
shoulder,
fair point.
but he's invisible.
I don't think you're going to hide from a curse. That's
Yeah, I would doubt that.
He go. He goes
Yeah.
out of invisibility and proceeds to cough up Vicar.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh God, dude.
It's like
He Zenmave takes like a napkin or cloth of some kind, tries to wipe it up or offer it to him.
Where's
There,
take it and wipe his mouth.
there is a chance that we could remove this, although it's unlikely. I will begin my research. However, I'm not exactly. When I find it, it could be 20 years ago.
If you aren't able to find it, that's okay.
Right?
There
Yeah.
are. I know there are people in this world, in this timeline, who can, although where they are, who they are, I don't know.
We have
There.
more important business to attend to than to fix this at the moment.
This. It should be something to do, though.
It's on the bucket list. Yeah.
It's a very large bucket.
Yeah.
Where's the others?
Henrik.
Henrik was in the other hall, other room.
Yeah, he was in just
Last.
same floor, just down the hall on this floor.
Yeah, he's
Then Neve just yelled for him.
yeah. That's what that was meant to be. Is he dead?
What?
Oh wow. He was almost
Got him.
asleep.
Caught him.
God.
Not yet, motherfucker.
So what do you need?
Blue is awake.
Blue's away.
Oh.
Mm.
He gets up and goes to the door.
Which, once again, just a reminder to everybody, and Blue, this would be a little bit of a shock to you, but probably makes sense. You are not wearing a shirt. You are covered in bandages from basically the bottom of your abs to the right underneath your nipples.
Nipples.
Yes.
Boobs. Yes.
You allow the flavor thing of just showing a spell off without activating it, right?
Yeah.
Blue's gonna kind of hold up his hand and do the flavor of having inflict wounds.
You guys watch as almost like how would you how would Blue want inflict wounds to look like as it just appears in your hand?
His arm turning into a sort of black ethereal claw.
Mm. Classic, nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is a unique thing.
He said a reward.
a reward
What?
to him might not be for you.
I agree. I think you should. If you don't already, then maybe an anti-scry, and if you do, maybe another one.
I have anti-scribe.
Good, good.
Let's get you a second one then.
What?
Would the second one add any extra to it?
Not really.
but
Not really. As a
he knows not, but
Oh, fair. Just checking. I mean, I was pretty sure out of character it would,
Yeah.
but you know.
So what happened when I everything went black, and what happened to my body?
you were leaky,
Possessed, I believe.
and leaky, shaky, and then sleepy.
You forgot the chanting.
Oh yes, that you were chanting, praising the lords. So we put a stop to that quickly, but
I was in the maw. What's it called? That layer of the abyss called?
the gaping maw.
The gaping maw castle, surrounded by water. I was started off in a cave of just demons. Devils. Not devils. He's gonna use minor image to make the Ichor demon creatures.
Which, similarly, as I explained to Blue, you guys see these, like, black blobs. They almost look like little eggs. And as you look at them, you watch as just, like, similarly, that eye just...
do I know what they are?
Roll me a religion check.
Wait, what's happened?
Anybody in
Sorry,
this...
I zoned out.
No, you're good. Anybody in this room when Blue casts minor illusion can cast a religion check to see if you can figure out what these things are.
You'll never guess what I rolled.
Would I have advantage since I read the book?
That is
in
correct.
entirety?
I was just about to say.
You'll never guess what I rolled.
Religion,
Natural
you
one.
said, right?
Yes.
No,
11.
21.
21.
Oh, nice.
Every hates me today. I'm gonna switch over to roll 20.
Fair.
Ugh.
All of these coughs are canon now.
Yeah, fair.
Ichor
And the voice too.
in the voice.
God. But, so we got 20 win for Zenbeef. Henrik,
Can we use the roll I rolled with Avery, or can I re-roll roll 20?
I'll allow you to do it with roll 20.
Avery's being a butt.
Thank you.
No problem. And
I
then,
don't. One.
and then Kazir. Goddamn. So,
I'm joking.
This is already looking much better. Okay, 28.
28. Okay. And then Kazir, did you want to roll a religion check?
Oh wait, can you not hear me?
I heard you, but I just didn't hear what your roll was.
Oh, sorry. 11.
11? Alright, so basically, Kazir, you would know that they're like demons of all shapes and sizes. Like, it makes sense. They're probably just like minuscule demons. You're not really sure what the specifics on that would be, but yeah, it makes sense. Like, you know, there are imps and stuff that exist for devils. But for
If there's a hierarchy, there's got to be something at the bottom.
exactly, so you imagine it's probably got to be something like that. Henrik and Zenmeave, you would know specifically that these creatures are essentially like black amoebas. They're like the bottom of the barrel for demons. When a demon dies and is sent back to the abyss, no matter what realm they're in, they have to start back at the bottom. And thus they become these black pustules, disgusting things. They're easily killed, and these things typically are the creatures that would turn into quasits.
Here's a follow-up question. Firstly, if a demon is killed in the abyss, does it turn into one of these?
No, if they die in the abyss, they're dead. Like,
So
Right.
Blue just
Ah.
killed a. Well, in the memory at least.
you don't know.
We
We
don't know. I mean, they
Doesn't
were able
know.
to kind of see you, so
Something.
And
it
I
might be
figure
more.
these things don't really leave the abyss.
Black amoebas typically stay no, don't leave the abyss. They're too weak to do anything. Even
Yeah,
against
so
even
they
a
also die.
yeah, even a normal person could probably kill one of these things without too much of a hassle. They typically
Just
have to
step on
they kind of have to get lucky in order to kill things. They're kind of like no, I
it.
don't
Awakened bushes.
Yeah.
Scavengers.
yeah, like scavengers. They're really weak. They have like 1 or 2 hit points. They could get killed by a commoner.
Cat.
Oh wow.
It can get killed by a cat.
Very much
Nice. Nice. I think my cat killed a demon or two.
And Henrik, you would know that no demon, no matter how high their rank is immune to the condition that comes with dying when you're out of the abyss. If even the abyssal prince, say like Orcus, came to the material plane and he was killed, he would go back to the abyss and have to start all over again.
And then we'd have to go to the mess and kill him.
Yes.
Baby form.
That's the plan, motherfucker.
Otherwise, if you go to their realm and you kill them like that, they're dead.
Dead.
But as a Henrik, you would know that specifically because you read the Book of Demons.
Ow.
Ow, indeed. Do you have any questions?
Right. Should we, go to the memory room?
If you do, please let us take our time and be very careful.
Yes, if it was able to see through the memories, there's no telling what would happen.
More specifically, Blue, you have lost a lot of blood. You
That's true too.
probably would be walking very difficultly for a while.
Carry me.
Can I think about if that's a good idea or not?
Go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
No, not to walk, to, like, put the memory in the memory room.
Oh,
Then in that case, that would be, this would either be arcane or religion. So I'll let you guys choose arcane or religion of your choice.
Fuck. 11? I rolled a natural 2.
That is a Henrik and Sir Kazir. If you would like to roll, you can as well.
what are we rolling? I'm sorry.
This would be arcana
so-
or religion of your choice.
If it's a good
6.
idea to put memory.
Arcana and religion
in
are
the
the
memory room.
same.
Let's roll elaborate. Ooh, that was close.
Did you hear me? Yeah.
A mere
Night.
33.
Oh God.
Oh, wait, no, that's a 220s combined.
Oh,
You know, a mere 31.
Mirror 31. Henrik, you would know there's a lot of theoreticals when it comes to the abyss and the demons.
Hold that thought.
Oh.
It's really hard to hold a thought. I'm clinging to it, and I'm off the ground, which kind of scares me. I
Can confirm.
don't know what I'm doing up here. Makes me very nervous.
Yeah. I'm in the floorboards right now, and yeah, you should probably put on pants, dude.
Well, listen, I'm in my recording room. I don't have my camera on. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, but like pants, man. Like,
But no
like
pants.
I'm trying not to embarrass you, right? Like pants.
Pants. But I say,
Ants.
I hope the session isn't too much of a downer, guys. Like I know this is a lot.
Oh, it's story heavy. I love it.
Yeah,
Last session
it's
was
not
very
that bad.
much. Last session was very much like nothing burger for the majority of us. Blue. Blue entered the 1%.
Blue.
I entered the 0.1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, old.
Salvador was a bad father. He was a good businessman though.
Yeah.
So is Blue.
Yeah, now so is Blue, but Blue has a different ideology.
Yeah,
Fair,
he's
fair.
about the second
Blue's a good
richest
guy,
person.
just a rich guy.
Also, sorry if it seems like I'm picking on you, Blue.
Blue is a communist.
Oh god. But
Oh god.
but yeah, sorry if it seems like I'm picking on you, Tiny.
He's about the
Eh.
second richest person in Atharia. Don't feel bad.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So there's a lot of theoreticals and there's a lot of hypothesis on like things that happen in the abyss connected to the abyss and like cult activity. Like there's a lot of stuff that people have had to experiment with. Wizards, warlocks, sorcerers, artificers have had to experiment with what is okay and what's not. So you get the sense that seeing a memory is like seeing it from a third party. So you're not even seeing it from a second party, and you're not seeing it directly. You should be safe, but at the same time, caution should still be had. Probably shouldn't spend too much time around it. It might start to mess with you.
And Blue can do the whole thing where he kind of blocks out the Demogorgon's form from the memory.
This is true.
So people don't stare at the Demogorgon and go nuts.
And even if you do, you can always have it like more of a blurred version.
That was kind of the plan.
I know, but I mean, like you could have just put a whole sensor bar.
A certain Japanese.
Yeah, we don't want to have a 1-to-1. Just in case.
You just see that Japanese
Even if
sensor
it
bar.
doesn't drive people mad.
He does have tentacles.
I'm gonna say
The
I've
Japanese is
seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
more. What was the word?
You know, just the black
Thicker.
lines when you're.
Yeah.
A black line with a Demogorgon drawn in MS Paint's.
Oh god. Jesus criminy. All right.
Tiny God, that would be just ridiculous.
So, getting to the memory room is a bit rough. But as a Blue, you are very dizzy. You lost a.
Does Knackle agree to carry him?
Yes, Knackle is carrying you, but even with him carrying you, you are you are dizzy. Basically, picture like you just donated more blood than you should have. Like you are very dizzy. Your stomach is very light.
I need food and booze.
You watch as
Booze is a bad idea.
yeah, Knackle lectures you about drinking in this case, like water.
Yeah.
Water or juice, water or something with sugar would be the best thing to drink right now.
Yeah. Definitely not booze.
I got Daniel's daylight thing.
Yeah, the freaking daylight, which is the equivalent of a mimosa,
It's full of sugar
and alcohol.
and alcohol. And
Well, I have
Blue
this holy water.
Just walk over to Blue. Power of Christ compels you.
pulls out his recently acquired, decanter of endless water.
Why do I have a chest?
Yeah.
And they're gonna go ahead and just make a steroid to stimulate blood growth.
Absolutely. Go ahead and just roll me an alchemy check, just for funsies.
Okay.
This will just determine how strong it is.
32.
32? Absolutely. But it's a
Dang.
you literally have the equivalent. You have a drug that is almost the equivalent of putting an IV in Blue.
Hey,
He's gonna wait for Blue to be stationary before he does that.
Absolutely. Which I will say for the sake of brevity, you guys make it down to the memory room. It is just you guys, Garnan, Alosa, Philman, and Karik, and Bimp are all kind of just getting some stuff and probably preparing some food.
No,
Watched Blue die.
we're in the capital, right?
Yes, you guys are in Westray, the capital of Atharia.
Which has a
Yep.
teleporting circle.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Zemi will say, now, this may go without saying. However, your friend Belwraith may have something to say about this. I'll leave you be, and
Eh?
he'll nod to the party and head off, and probably suggest the
Alright.
same thing to the other group.
We gotta go over there anyways after this, so that's fine.
All right. So
Oh yeah. Wait, I thought we were going to deal with the hag before going back to
we
them
are,
there.
but we have to go to Padstow to get to the hag.
actually, where you guys are at, your guys are closer to Arklay, where you guys are right now.
I thought so.
I'm
Yeah.
zooming to the map.
Yep. Pull up a map, but as you'll see.
I keep glancing at it constantly.
You'll
because
see-
I can't remember names. of
From
places.
Westray, it's a direct south path to Arklay, which Arklay is near where the hag is, or at least last sighted.
We can
Oh,
teleport
why did
back
this
here
fort just
after
crash? Oh, never mind.
after I get some clerical paladin help.
This is true. You could do that because, like, you guys
Just
want.
a repaste of it.
Yep. Plus, also, you guys could literally you guys were planning to rest tonight, anyways, and leave in the morning.
And Blue has a 5th level spell slot, so we can go.
So does Bimp. So you go to the memory room, and I assume you let everything out, but I assume blur the Demogorgon, and you blur the markings that were on the wall.
Yep.
And so, for the sake of brevity, for the rest of you guys, you see everything that Blue saw: the cavern, the obsidian. You see all the black splotches. You watch as he goes.
Wait,
Cool.
the memories put it in a third-person view, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious what Blue sees scratching his back.
Absolutely. But to say, as you guys continue, as you continue to walk through his visions, you watch as Blue goes back down, and he sees the arcane, what appears to be a giant arcane gate, almost like a thing that quarters off an area. You watch as because of the fact you're seeing it through Blue's eyes, you are seeing. I assume Blue is illuminating the things that he sees.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Hello.
You guys watch the visions, the memory of Blue going back up the cavern, going past the obsidian, and seeing the endless abyssal ocean, with a singular island with an obsidian castle, broken, destroyed, but still somehow keeping formed and together. You watch as Blue makes his way, and you see these metallic beings, almost looking like a metallic, like, smiley face. They kind of look at Blue, but it's almost as if they don't even notice him, and they go back to what they were doing. If anybody wants to try to figure out what these things are, unless Blue wants to specifically tell you what they are.
He tells them.
Okay. In that case, because I assume Henrik is trained in religion,
He is.
but I say, is Zenby trained in religion?
Zenmi's
He is not.
Okay, so
Zenmi
Zen.
Not here.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Sorry, my bad.
I think Zenmi said he was going to talk to Belwraith.
But I say,
No, he doesn't
He
know
he
where
told
Belwraith.
us to go to Belwraith.
yeah.
Oh,
He didn't tell you to. He just suggested it.
But as a Knackle seem like Henrik, you would know exactly what these things are, and so would his Knackle, and Knackle seems just disturbed by these things. Henrik, you would know that these things are Myrmidons. They're basically souls of the fallen turned into soldiers, And you would know that more than likely for Demogorgon, they are specifically the souls of victims that were killed in the name of Demogorgon. It is essentially an atrocity to nature that these things exist. As you proceed through and continue to follow Blue, you watch as Blue looks at the walls and the ceiling, and you watch as Blue almost like has to kind of hold the side of his head. Not the Blue you guys see next to you, but the visions of Blue. You guys can't make out what Blue is looking at, and Blue, you almost feel like a phantom headache looking at those symbols, even if they're blurred.
If I looked at those symbols longer, they would have killed me.
Ooh, God.
And then you watch as you hear voices, and it's super. You're hearing these two voices, one being gruff but very familiar. Yep.
Blue made sure that the voices were more clear than what he first heard them.
Absolutely. But as you hear the Wish Demon, you hear the familiar sounds that you did when you fought against Jahath in Padstow. But the other voice, you kind of see as the castle around you shakes. It almost sounds like water, like waves of water are being pushed against the castle as this voice speaks. And you watch as, you can hear the voices speak as essentially this Wish Demon is requesting. Oh, absolutely. I will send you that information. But you hear them talk about the Wish Demon wants to prove himself. You hear the Demogorgon asking why he should even bother giving him a chance. I'm subphrasing because I want to save my voice.
No, understandable. No worries.
But I said I don't want to sound like Tiny tomorrow. But I say you hear the Wish Demon show symbols that you guys have seen before, as they are symbols of the other Abyssal Princes. Only 3 of them, from what you see. And you watch as this blurred Demogorgon essentially wraps his tentacles around this creature and has almost started crushing him in his hand. You hear the Wish Demon talk about wanting to bring back their king, a being wrapped in chains and locked away from the realm. And you hear that the Demogorgon crunch off a bit of its body and bleed all over the Wish Demon. And you watch as he tells him to find him an avatar, otherwise he will wreak havoc through the entirety of the Abyss and make him regret even trying to convince the Demogorgon to help them. And you watch as the Demogorgon looks at Blue, one of the heads, one that seems more jovial, like it's like a hyena smile. And you watch as Blue starts to almost like Blue starts to spasm, like Blue is in pain. You hear the voices talk, and you watch as all of a sudden, for most of you, you watch as Blue's back just kind of explodes in blood. Blue, with your magic eyes, you see exactly what Zenmeave saw. This creature that looks like Quaggoth, like this kind of this obsidian earthen worm, lashing at your back, carving a symbol into you. There was nothing you could have done to resist it, considering the fact that you, as a player, Blue would have no way of hurting something that's in the ethereal plane.
Seeing that it's covered in magic, Blue's gonna try and look over his shoulder.
You see very faint outlines of the creature that you see in the vision. It's hard to make out because of the fact of how it's angled on your back, but you can just faintly see a shape. Now, for Henrik, because you're trained in religion, I would like you to roll me a religion check on an abyssal being of chains. I would like you to roll me a. Go ahead.
Who's trained in religion?
So you could as well.
I'm just gonna say I failed that because that's 2 natural ones.
Oh no!
Oh, wow.
That is.
Oh.
That's a wow.
With abyssal lore, it is rare and hard to find. And honestly, if you found some of the most obscure abyssal lore, you are a danger to the world. So it kind of makes sense why Henrik wouldn't know about this. To learn more about the occult typically makes you fall deeper into it.
26. Flash of genius me.
Do you flash a genius him?
Yeah. Sure.
So a 30 is exactly what you needed to know what this creature is.
Oh.
I'm happy.
Which also, I need Henrik to roll me another religion check specifically about the Demogorgon. With advantage because of your training, because you read the demonic book.
Wow, still really low. 17.
17? Unfortunately, you just recall all the basic information you know about the Demogorgon, that he's the Abyssal Prince, he's the Abyssal Prince of Destruction, that he rules over the Gaping Maw, a realm of abyssal oceans. You're currently inside of his castle, which can, honestly, only a handful of demons have ever walked into and lived. Unfortunately, you don't really know like similar to Blue, you don't know why he has 2 heads and why specifically, like, it's one head took more of a interest in Blue. But Blue, you think really hard. You think of a very, very obscure story. It's almost like a legacy story from the College of Lore. Rather than there being a book, it's more like it was passed down. There's lore about the Abyss and why you should never look into it. That basically those who study the Abyss become maddened. They lose themselves. They obsess over the dead. They obsess over greed, gluttony. They fall into your deepest desires. And for those who are mad enough, they typically fall to either literally pointless murder and destruction, or they become obsessed with chains, obsessed with almost absolute annihilation. There's an old story that talks about how the Abyss was formed. Whether it's true or not, you don't know, because of the fact that there's no books on it, no way to verify it. You just know that there was once upon a time a god who was so dark, so evil, so twisted, willing to do whatever it took to gain power, that he sacrificed a section of a plane that exists to create his own. With that, he became a god. He absorbed a divinity. He gained a divinity in which he was so powerful and so dangerous, the other gods sealed him away, so that he couldn't wreak havoc upon the world. The only thing you know is a name. You don't know its true name. You just know a name. The Chained Oblivion.
Ooh.
Oh no. Oh
Out
god.
of character, you know this? Oh god. I don't like the sound of this.
That Blue's saying that in character. He is having a freak out right now.
What? What's wrong?
I know who they're trying to resurrect. I know who they're trying to get. Oh God.
Wow, really? Sounds like it can't be good if you're that scared.
I say, even with Knackle's high religion, he doesn't know.
We need to move. We need to go.
What seems to be the problem, Blue?
You're trying to release the chained oblivion.
The chained oblivion.
Was Blue saying that out loud? Could Kazir make a roll, or is there like zero?
You could try, but this is going to be a very high check.
Oh, I figured that.
But you never know.
knows?
A rogue nat 20 might happen.
And
13, 14, basically.
With the name,
Henrik try
I was about to say,
again?
with the name being said, I will give Henrik a chance because you had the Abyssal book.
Bardic inspiration.
You roll a 9.
I roll a 9. Okay, you know that's better than what I originally rolled. That's fine. I'll take that.
Yeah, I
Bardic
know.
inspiration.
I switched over to catch it before you said it.
That's fair.
Okay. I'll flash change myself 27.
27. It sounds familiar. In the book, you remember them talking about a theme of chains, a theme of a being locked away. The book doesn't talk about anything specific. It's almost
Wait,
as
did he leave the book behind, or did he take it?
I think Henrik still has the book.
I still have it.
Yeah,
so
I was about to
could
say, you could
read
easily
through it.
just read through it again. You have the archivist's glasses, so you could speed read it.
Mhm.
About to say, I'll say this with a 27 and your ability to speed read because of the archivist glasses and everything. You kind of look through it, and you, similarly to how I'm describing it, there's a theme. It's talking about chains. It's talking about the abyss being locked away and sealed. The only realm that the abyss is connected to, because it's blocked off on all other sides, is the river Styx connecting to the Nine Hells. Literally, something blocked every other door. And it just talks about this being, this entity that created the abyss is some kind of oblivion. But there's nothing specific. It's very, very vague.
Blue was given a vision. He is going to activate said vision in the memory.
Absolutely.
It is that vision he was shown of chains falling.
Falling from the sky to the ground, and everywhere the chain touched, you guys watch as bubbling black ichor spread in vast distances. And any time a person came in contact with it, you saw that person like grab their head, screaming, like falling to their knees, trying to control themselves. Similar to how Blue was acting when he took the potion, but for them it seemed like there wasn't even a chance that they could get away.
Kazir shivers as he sees this. Oh fuck. Then I had a dream about chains like that.
Really? What did you see, Kazir?
Just double checking. It was Kazir seeing Tabaxi, or was it just other people?
Like Tabaxi from your homeland, being like chains being wrapped around them and dragging them away.
I thought so. I just wanted to double check.
Nope. You
Like
100%.
people from my homeland being chained up and dragged away. Chained.
Yep.
Not, but were they similar to this kind of
Very,
chains,
very,
or were they more-
very similar.
very similar to this.
And to say, in fact, you all remember seeing visions. Each of your visions had almost a theme of chains falling around you. The one who probably had it the worst at the time, though, was Belwraith, who saw visions of his former god being wrapped around in dark abyssal chains.
We have to go. We have to go Helber, wait. I have a spell slot for a teleportation circle. Let's hurry.
I say you
Do
want.
we want to grab?
Counter above game counterpoint. You guys have a cheaper sending spell,
Oh yeah.
and Belwraith definitely has someone with teleportation circle.
Does Belred have some teleportation circle?
Belwraith has somebody.
Don't have the
Belwraith does have somebody that could teleport him to you guys.
Then Blue's going to pull out his sending stone and.
I only said that with confidence because he's the fucking Pope. I mean, our Cardinal.
Well, it also helps that you're surrounded by arcane domain clerics who can learn wizard spells.
P Pope.
He activates his sending stone.
All right.
Alright, see if he picks up.
With the time of day, Belwraith would probably still be in his office going through the various paperworks.
He would feel the thing jingling. It's one of the few things that he keeps on his person at all times, and he picks it up pretty quick. Blue, how can I help you?
Okay, we need you to get someone teleport Westray. There is a teleportation circle in the College of Lore.
On the
We
way.
need your help.
Yeah, he is immediately on the way. He is jumping into action.
I will say, for the sake of brevity, you easily talk to some of your subordinates, but they are more than happy to help you. And the fact that you say I need to get to the other Solaires, they immediately are more than happy to do that for you. But I will ask, will it be just you and this assistant, or did you want to take anybody with you?
Oh, that's a good
Mary.
question. Yeah, is Mary in the area?
Mary is nearby. She is working on some of the rebuilding for Padstow. You could easily get her in a matter of
I'll
minutes.
be right back.
Absolutely.
Mary would be a very good idea. I'll grab her. Are any of the Gales or our Cardinals specialized in abyssal
Yes.
nonsense?
And I'm back already.
Wow, welcome back. You would know that specifically, as far as the abyssals go, you would know that Ellesmere is the most experienced when it comes to abyssal knowledge when it comes to the Holy Knights.
He's coming too.
And you would know that which one was it again?
He says. Sorry.
Hold on, I gotta pull up specifically my notes for Cardinals. Here we go.
While you're getting the Cardinals, I'll just say this: this is one of the only times that Broly hasn't heard Blue panicked.
Cardinal Lexa is also specialized in the abyssal because of the fact that she unfortunately has the highest death toll to them.
Sorry, who?
Lexa, one of the woman that was helping you guys.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Ellesmere and Lexa and Mary.
Absolutely. About to say you guys take the time, and within a matter of minutes, just these teleportation circles complete, and you guys are, for you, Belwraith, the familiar site of the College of Lore in Westray.
Yep. He'd use the sending stone. We're here. Where are you?
I would say in that time, you guys could have easily made your way back to.
Because your follows tiny, close. Well, oh yeah, never mind. Head went 3 different ways at once. Sorry.
Well, who doesn't really have to walk since he hovers?
This is true. You literally could just you could concentrate on the ring and literally fly everywhere.
He's hovering, not really having the strength to fly too high.
Belwraith, you see the vision of your friend, but your friend is not wearing a shirt. He's covered in bandages all over his torso and his back.
This is just like a.
blood and ichor.
Yeah, with blood and
This is
ichor.
just like a hologram.
I assume physically
Oh,
there.
it's- Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you said floating. It was.
Yeah, floating. He has a ring that allows him to fly.
Yeah. I'm tuning in and out.
It's all good.
Allergies.
Say,
Are you all right?
No. I found out who they're trying to revive.
Mm. All right. Somewhere private.
I mean, easily done for you guys.
back into the house.
I'll ask this: would you want to set up the Nimnak's portable dungeon in the College of Lore?
To the nobles district.
So do you want to take them to the Nobles District?
Blue wants to take them
Yeah.
home.
That's fine. But I say easily done. Belwraith, you see this ginormous manor that Blue takes you to.
Should I ask?
Inheritance, anyways.
And as you guys walk in, you see for you, Belwraith, because it has been a while. You see the familiar faces of Philman and Karik with the rest of the party, as they're currently in Blue's house, helping the servants like with food and everything.
Unless Blue stops, he doesn't.
Okay, absolutely. That is I was just saying.
He'll wave to them if they look over, but
And he will wave at them, and they do notice that Blue is up, and immediately, like, you see, like, Karik go, Blue, are you okay? Are you okay? You fell over. You were bleeding a lot.
No, I'm not okay. No one.
he's looking back at Ellesmere and Lexa, like, thoughts?
Which
Like a
Venomir
silent.
poof. Or like
Maybe.
just checking.
Maybe. He's not here.
I figured that, but I mean,
you see. Yeah, I'm not gonna make Wanderer play two characters right now.
I don't want to.
no, that's fair.
You do see Lexa for a second, like the moment they see Karik run up to like Blue, for a second
yeah.
you see her like make a move, but then very quickly like realize, oh, like not one of them.
Yeah.
And you see Elmaris didn't even grab his blade. He just looked at Karik and was just like, no, you're fine.
Yeah, he just to make sure he puts a low hand out to stay weapons.
Whoa, you got some big friends. Oh, hi, Belwraith.
Karik, hello.
How are you?
I'm very busy. I think we have places to be. I would love to chat, however.
We got a big problem.
Oh. Okay. Like a lost a limb problem, or like a stub your toe problem?
Like the world's ending problem.
That's bad.
Let's get a move on then.
All right.
Yeah.
You do watch as the rest of the party does. The rest of the party does come with, and they do bring food because they want Blue to eat.
Oh, yeah. Reminder: feed the prisoners.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
easily
Call
done.
the herd.
Blue takes them to a side room and puts the dungeon at the top of a door frame so it can't be grabbed easily.
Absolutely.
Activated and goes in.
Absolutely. So you guys walk in. I'll say this. Do you guys go to like an office room? Do you go take them to the Hall of Memories?
To the room that he let a lot in.
Absolutely. And I'll ask this. Would you guys have taken the time to press the dictation, like clean up all of Blue's blood and all that?
Kazir wouldn't have. So unless someone else did.
Bimp wouldn't have unless she was asked to, because of the fact that she was more focused on the arcane of why Blue just fell unconscious and
the floor is just covered in blood and ichor.
Yeah, you just see Belwraith, you were already dealing with a lot of shit when Jahath was there. Like, this is a flashback.
You have a abyssal curse then.
Yes, that's one thing. One, I spoke with the Demogorgon.
Uh,
Ugh.
easy on the
Ew.
name, but
Elmaris and Lexa both give you like a glare of like, what the fuck?
Two, I found out who they're trying to bring back. Trying to bring the Chained Oblivion into this world.
Which I am gonna roll religion checks for both of them.
can I roll it even though I'm not trained?
Yes, because of the fact that you grew up in the Cathedral of Padstow, I would say you would
Wait.
have Go ahead.
Before you roll, which one of them have the highest religion?
the highest religion. That would
Not
be.
me. 5 plus 1. It's not me.
Well, I'm currently looking at their stats. That would be Elmaris. Oh, no, not Elmaris. Apologies. It would be. I forgot to factor in her proficiency modifier. Fucking Lexa has the higher religion.
Then Lexa gets Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for
I rolled a 16.
a 16. It sounds familiar. You can't place it, but it sounds familiar. That is a Elmaris is like. You watch as Elmaris kind of sits down and is like scratching his head. He's like, that name, I can't. Now for Lexa. There we go.
Nice.
Add a bit of guidance onto that too, since both me and Amaris are stunned.
Adding a D8
D4.
and a D4 from you. All right, that is a 32.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Nice. You watch as Lexa just kind of thinks, and then her hands go to her side, and you watch as that similar expression that Blue had when like that came up, and like Lexa looks at Blue like,
Fuck.
"You are 100% certain."
I am
No,
100% certain.
you didn't mishear. You didn't have anything wrong. Nothing misheard. This is everything.
Show you the exact memory.
You watch as Lexa just kind of deep breathes. We are in so much trouble.
Fill us in on the way. Blue.
That we know.
I assume Belray takes the time to see the visions and everything.
Yeah, he's looking to get the full story from Lexa.
Blue's going to pretty much do the memory, but in fast forward mode.
Absolutely. Which, again, I'm just gonna say for the sake of brevity, Belwraith, you see everything, with the exception of the things that Blue blurred out.
But I can make a safe assumption.
Yeah, you can make a pretty safe assumption, but you watch as Alexa inside of this memory. There's a story of an entity. Long, long ago. I know about this creature solely because of a couple of demons that I killed. But they weren't demons. They were something else. I killed this long-necked, like, abyssal spider creature. I believe they're called Obereths. Like, ancient demons. He spoke...
Do I know it?
Go ahead. You can go ahead and roll me a religion check because you weren't there for this. Blue,
Sure.
Kazir, and Henrik, you guys know what an Obereth is.
I got an 8.
Wait, really?
Yes, because
yeah.
because there's a prisoner that the queen has, who is willing to give you guys information on how to sneak into Grozit's lair.
We have an Obereth as a prisoner in Westray.
You have one of those things in chains?
In chains.
Those things slink
yeah.
really hard. The fact that you even have one is surprising. They're like ancient demons. They existed before the Abyss.
He pulled us away into Grass Lair, and he's only helping us because he hates Grass as much as we do.
I'm sorry, but this is not quite as pressing.
You watch as like Lexa kind of like pulls her collar at the mention of that, just like that's a risky strategy, but I mean, there's legitimacy to it. If you,
Alexa,
oh, sorry,
back on.
sorry.
The
There was an Obereth that I fought years ago. It was one of the first times that you watch it. She just kind of like moved her finger across her neck. I learned about him, and I ended up getting a curse of my own. I learned what the Abyss is, how the Abyss was formed, and I learned who did it.
Oh.
You watch as she kind of struggles. Long ago there was a being, a god, that ruled over obsession. And he wanted power. And the Obereths gave him an opportunity to get it. They offered him a shard of almost the embodiment of darkness and evil. Apparently there was some plan that he was supposed to do, but he was obsessed. He wanted the power no matter what it took, so rather than following what the Obereth's plan was, he hurled it into the most chaotic realm that exists in the planes. I think it's called he looks over at the people who are trained in Arcane, the Elemental Chaos.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a realm of just crazed elements all mashed together. Apparently, the shard took a massive section of it, and essentially turned it into what we know as the Abyss. And this god of obsession became the god of demons. I believe his name, they call him the Chained Oblivion. It's safer to call him that. His true name is Tharizdun.
Oh,
Which, the mention of that, I am going to make a roll.
Blue tries cutting her off, so she can't say the true name.
I will say you succeed because nothing happens. Like, as she goes like Thera, and then you just.
This is a small demiplane. It can stop the Demogorgon's name from getting out, but not him.
And even still, we should avoid the use of names.
Indeed. In that case, the Chained Oblivion. He became vastly powerful very quickly. The gods feared him, and he was willing to challenge the rest of the planes. Apparently a deal was struck amongst the good and evil gods, and they sealed him away. They sealed him away, and there's only a handful of ways to free him. They're very, very few. The easiest would be to open the Nexus, the various doors that allow the demons through. But it would take the Abyssal Princes coming here to be able to awaken him.
Well, isn't that what's going on with the gate?
Yeah, but the Abyssal Princes are selfish. They don't care about the
Apparently not. We need to shift our focus off of Padstow. I'll issue orders when we get back.
Belwraith.
Hmm.
Blue is going to change the memory to where he got a glimpse into the necropolis.
In which you would see Belwraith, bodies rising, skeletons, zombies missing flesh, and the one that disturbs you the most, you see a very familiar dragon. Missing skin, scales gone, flesh molding, and bones, and you see what appear to be like soul-colored eyes.
Oh, fuck.
Is he alive still?
You don't know? That's just a vision that Blue saw.
This is the vision of the necropolis I've been given. I don't know if he's still alive now, but you need to take your mind off of rebuilding until we make sure that the world won't just die.
Agreed. We're not going to wait on you at the Nexus. We're going to move on it the second we get back.
We're heading down that way. We need to kill a hag on the way, but we're heading in that direction.
I suppose I'll rejoin you for a time then. I don't see a point in leaving if we're going to go now. I hope we can make use of the college's teleportation circle a good number more times.
Probably.
Whenever we need to travel back here, me and Bimp both have the teleportation circle in our minds and written down.
That is correct. I have it in my journal book here.
He'll turn to Elmaris and Lexa. Do either of you have the sending spell prepared?
Lexa nods. I do have it prepared.
Message as many people as you can. Teleport them here. We're leaving for the Nexus now.
Absolutely. I will make notes. We will get things prepared. We might want to talk to the college just to make sure that no miscommunication is done.
I'll do that. I will do that myself. I'll pull rank, or at least try to. Either way,
I have 2 people I could call that would get it all sorted out. If you'd like to talk to them now. Kevlar and
certainly. Elmaris, get to work. Or Lexa, get to work. I'm sure there's many people.
Absolutely. I will make sure that it gets taken care of,
hey.
Cardinal.
He'll nod. Out of character, we don't have to pass through the cells to get here, right?
You don't have the what?
We don't have to pass the cells, the cell area to get to here, right?
No.
Or out? Okay, good. We still have Thorpeck.
Yeah, we still haven't. Though should drop him a meal just to make sure. It's been
10 days of rations.
Yeah, about to say, Blue gave him 10 days of rations.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I think I did that actually.
Yeah, someone did.
Someone
both,
gave him.
both.
Someone.
I think both of you. Blue gave him some rations, and Belwraith gave him
I know
more.
Belwraith gave him 10 because I was kind of just dumping my items that no one uses.
Yeah, rations are a bit of a hand wave thing.
I'm nice about it, basically.
Thankfully.
Anyways, if you can get me in contact with them, this will be a forgiveness over permission sort of situation. Lexa,
2 sending stones.
I will say, once again, for the sake of brevity, but I say, Blue, you put on your charm. You know what the right things to say. They're hesitant, but of course, because of the seriousness of your tone, they are willing to work with you. Kevlar just says that he wants to be there to make sure all is good.
Wow. Cool.
With that being said, though, Lexa will cast Sending and will contact a lot of the Holy Knights and Clerics.
I can too. How many spell slots would you want me to use?
Well, that would be up to you. How many people are you going to try to contact?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, fair enough. But I will say this: how many people do you feel comfortable taking from the Holy Knights and from the Clerics, while you guys are, since you guys will be gone? And who would you have?
Probably shift Pat Stout to Skeleton Crew, pretty much.
And who would you have in charge while you are gone?
That's a good question. Angler's weird. I
Okay.
don't know about that guy.
But he's also one of the most devout followers of Tyr.
This is true.
He also was the only one who wasn't corrupted, and they didn't even try to corrupt his mind.
Yeah.
There.
I
Beep, boop.
Yeah, Angler would be in charge. We would move to a skeleton crew for the scales and for the cleric or cardinals,
Hmm.
and pretty much everyone that is capable and that we can spare is on the way.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Oh.
with that being said, for you
When
guys,
Belraith said you have the full support of Padstow, he meant it.
Good to know.
and me and Wanderer have had a bit of conversation about like exactly how much power he'd have. He does know that there are other things that need to be taken care of, but
Yeah, fair.
but at the same time, like, you know, if you guys needed help, especially because it's you guys saved Padstow.
Especially since this is a worldwide problem now.
And it's like even without that, like, you guys saved the religious capital of Atharia.
Yeah.
And very few of them died.
Yeah, there's a debt to be paid, and this will not fulfill it.
More of anything, you guys just gave them more information of why they should be taking this more seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, better say Kevlar easily watches over as as paladins and clerics come through the
Yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention is that Belwraith would probably not be in his armor, so someone would have to bring him that.
I will say, for the sake of brevity, they grab your equipment.
Yeah.
But I will say this. So your party is planning to head towards Mount Dunatel right away, correct?
Arkalay first, then Mount Dunatel.
Absolutely.
Kill Hag, then get to...
Well, the thing is fighting the hag, especially when you have a massively large group of people, you probably get the sense that the hag probably might try to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not. This army is not for the hag. He barely even knows about that situation. He's more worried about the world-ending situation.
Oh yeah, fair, definitely.
So the second that people start arriving, he's going to start organizing them, probably in the streets, and just a lot of it is giving the higher ups the information of what's going on and what we're going to do about it, and telling them to pass that information down, where to gather, where to collect equipment and supplies, and that we still have to pay the people, and that the church's treasury is free to be referenced, and as long as all receipts are claimed, everything will be given back. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
It's army stuff. It's wargaming. It's things that I'm into.
But I would say, once again, for the sake of brevity, because that could be easily an hour-long conversation, better say, easily done. The guards obviously have a bit of an issue, but Kevlar was talking to some of the other people in charge of the city, so it's not like Kevlar came and was just like, all right, everybody fold over for me. They were able to kind of unify and direct traffic.
Yeah.
So with that being said, go
ahead. He's making sure that they bring back receipts and guaranteeing that they are representatives of, like, the Church of Tyr, and if they don't get payment back, like, within 60 days, then contact the church or publicly shame them.
Or both.
Or both.
Both is good. That being said, it takes them no time at all, because of everything that has been happening with the church and the fact that you guys were already making plans to go and try to hunt down the lost treasures and trying to rebuild Padstow is treasures, artifacts. But to say
No.
you mobility was never an issue. You guys were able to get all the things you need very quickly.
Yeah.
And thanks to the fact that the economy in Padstow got back up pretty quickly. No one knows why. But businesses were back up and running in no time, which meant that food production and all that was able to keep moving. Nothing it went from a grinding halt to back to an actual steady pace. So getting getting the things you need, getting the supplies you need was actually fairly easy. With that being said, though, Belwraith, you are currently in charge of this battalion, essentially. More of a squadron than a battalion, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, how many people is it?
Well, since you requested the aid of, I assume you're leaving the guards, like the actual city guards.
Yeah, the city guard is left alone. Padstow, the church itself, and is left on a skeleton crew, and anyone who wants to come is welcome to, assuming that they can actually fight.
Well, I gotta roll a thing.
What does that mean?
Blue's gonna call the nobles bitches if they don't contribute anything.
With that,
And he's
Sorry, my
Sorry.
brain's pretty much off.
sorry.
No one's fault. That's the way it is.
how many people would I have?
In grand total, you would have about 23 soldiers at your disposal, not counting Lexa, Mary, and Almaris. So technically, you have 26.
26.
The thing is that you guys lost some of your holy knights. You guys lost some of your clerics. Like everybody's stretched thin, and not to mention there's still some clerics and everything that are still out there that are trying to make their way back to.
Yeah. And MIA.
Mm-hmm.
Belwraith.
Hmm.
I suggest is we all move in a straight line, but when we get to Arklay, you have them start moving towards Skystead while we stay there for a day and hunt the hag. If we kill the hag, 2 of our party members will get immensely stronger.
The hag? What?
There
Oh
is
wait,
a
no,
hag.
Belwraith would have known about the
He-
hag.
he
because
knows.
At bare,
He knows very
I mean,
little.
at bare
I know
minimum,
very
he knows
little.
that that's one of Kazir's jobs to kill.
Yeah,
the
you guys.
hag.
Yeah, you and
That's-
Belwraith. Plus, also, you guys talked before you left what the next plan was.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I thought so. I just.
I'll keep it canon. Oh, right, hag,
Great.
sorry.
Yeah,
It's a hag.
another hag in Arklay. We gotta kill it.
It will.
Morecker.
I think that with. I know what. I assume he's talking in either hushed tones or somewhere where
Yeah.
the
I'd
guard
assume,
isn't hearing.
I would assume you guys are kind of off on your own.
With knowing what they did to the dragon and with all of what happened, I don't want to leave them alone. They'd get destroyed if they were detected.
We're not leaving them alone. The way to Skystead from Arklay is a decent bit of travel, a few days, but we move fast. Have them move at a decently slow pace so we can catch up.
Alright.
Only be a day.
Above game, you easily could have them be doing reconnaissance. Like, you could have them get close to Mount Dunatel, but keep a distance.
That
Good
was
plan.
Blue's idea.
Oh,
get to Skystead, set up camp.
Yeah.
Do reconnaissance.
Exactly. I was just more, from a DM perspective, backing up my player.
Alright. Okay. Well, you're leading this in truth, so I'll go with that. And he will relay that message.
All right, and you watch as pretty much everybody kind of nods their head. You watch as some of the people that are taking kind of like lead to assist you. You see Vlad, who very much is like taking a pretty strong like. The thing is after the Holy Knights took a hit, like some of the Holy Knights had to step up to, like, be able to assist. You see Vlad is Vlad and Elmaris are very much the two that stood up to like try to set the Holy Knights straight.
Yeah.
And you watch that several of the clerics are very much they're very much trying to make plans on the best way to try to sanctify any land that necrotic land they might see. And you watch as oh, go ahead.
Hey, you interrupt their conversation. Don't worry about the necrotic lands. What we're going to is more important than that.
Fair enough, Cardinal.
I apologize. I know you're doing your job, but I have to pressure this.
And you just hear the familiar voice of, "When if Belwraith has this in mind, then we should take some heed to it." As you hear the familiar voice of Dithana as she walks over with the other cardinals.
Hey, here's a question for you, Indians.
Yeah. I say, secret message.
Yeah, that's what it is, because it's things that only Belwraith would know.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we could roll for it if you want.
Well, I had a pretty good idea, but that would be player decision to how Belwraith would do it.
All right.
Because I will say this, like what happened and everything was because of like how much she cared about you. Like she never stopped.
All right.
So that would be a Belwraith decision at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot me a message.
Absolutely.
I was gonna step to the side and kind of call Henrik over. You come to the side with me for a second.
Alright.
Need it. Gonna get out of earshot of the others.
Yeah. This is just a question that's been on my mind for a little bit, and one of the things I want to talk to you about, but I wasn't really expecting this.
No, absolutely.
I did say everyone, and I should have expected Dithana.
You did. You said everyone, and she was promoted to Cardinal.
Yep, that's on me. And carry on. Oh, Henry, Blue.
Right. Henrik.
Yeah.
You do know the potion was a success, right?
Yeah.
Anything that happened from the potion was because of the contents and not of the creator. Do know that, right?
There are some things I still could have done to lessen the side effects.
Like what? I was drinking a potion made from a greater demon. I knew the risks. And honestly, it wasn't that many risks for what happened.
It could have been much worse.
Exactly, it could have been, but it wasn't.
Has science gone too far?
There could be times where we work with body parts like that again.
There could be.
And what if it's like that time?
If it's at that time, then if there is something worse than what happened today, I know full well that if I'm the one drinking it, I'm putting myself at a risk. It's not your fault that that happened. It's just the contents. But we got a lot out of the potion. We know what they're trying to do now. And I got shadow touched. So it was a bonus.
If you say so.
You do trust me, right?
Yes.
Alright. Well then, trust me when I say that you couldn't really have done anything else, and it was my fault that, that messed up. Should probably have... If anything happened, I know you could fix it. I was gonna give him a hug.
Aw, sweet.
Oh.
That's fucking gay, dude.
Wow.
It is.
Yeah,
You did.
that's the joke.
Yeah. Sorry, head's kind of blue, blue, blue.
But I say love this relationship shit. Fuck you guys.
Right? I can't help it.
But I say between Henrik and Blue, fucking Garnan, and between Garnan, Alosa, Belwraith, Dithana, because you're literally doing everything to get his wife back. Just like, goddamn.
What the fuck was that? Did someone just crash their car?
Yeah.
Door
my
closed.
bad.
I did hear the thunk.
That was
Sorry,
the door
you're all-
closing.
You're all good.
Just like, fuck you guys and your storytelling.
Alright.
Yeah. Apologies.
Yeah, I accidentally crashed my 2005.
Oof.
No, it's just
Herma,
No.
goddamn. Also, above game, I'm gonna say this right now. Yeah, no, Henrik's potion for sure opened a lot of doors for you guys. I'm certain you guys probably were picking up hints of what was going on,
Yeah,
but it's like,
but now Blue just got slapped in the face with it's the Oblivion.
yeah, you literally got the cheat code that took you directly to it, rather than
Yeah.
having to try to piece all the take all the puzzle pieces and put them together.
Yeah.
We put the triangle in the square hole and it worked.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I hate to rush you guys, but
I was just
Oh,
about
yeah,
to
it's
say.
No,
pretty
no,
late.
no.
okay, carry on.
Wait, what?
He's just gonna get a cheek kiss. I'll be your guinea pig with these potions whenever, because I know that if something were to happen to me, you and Nako can fix it. Science and magic go well together. But we should probably get back. We're in a bit of a hurry.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh, we can.
tired.
just cause Zero was stealth right there the whole time. Just reveal himself to go like, yeah, I agree.
Oh, sorry, I didn't
That's
delete
a-
the moment.
That's
Oh,
a
my brain's
natural
just-
30 stealth. No, it's canon now. Absolutely canon.
It's oh my gosh. Oh god, that hurt. That was so funny.
Well, I'm glad it's something to laugh at.
God damn.
Carrying on with our... Am I clear to take over, Blue?
Yes.
Heinrich? Okay.
No, you're not allowed.
What Dithana was saying?
Dithana was just commented to the other Cardinals. It just goes, When Balraith brings this up, this is absolutely something worth thinking strongly about. I mean, let's not forget some of the other things that we missed to do following priorities.
True.
And I say, what are you thinking, Balraith? What was you and the rest of? Is there something specific we should be looking for?
It's the I can't remember the name of the mountain.
Mount Dunatel.
Dunatel.
Right. I'm bad at locations.
You're fine.
Head to the base of Mount Dunatel. There's secret things inside of there, so when carry on.
Anything specific we should be looking for?
Only things you should be avoiding. Sites of corruption. Don't fix it. Just take note of it and keep a map of it for later. I have very strong belief that what's caused it is inside of Mount Dunatel, which is a sacred place for the church.
Okay, so, but in this case, if what Blue is saying, we should be looking for signs of corruption, should we be prepared for combat if anything gets close?
No. If you see anything hostile, get close, run away.
Understood. Keep distance. This is only reconnaissance.
Yes.
For now, when the Solaires join up, myself and the Solaires join up again, then we will reconvene and move in. But without their help, it won't be a fight.
And set up camp in Skystead. Just do reconnaissance. Don't mess with the land.
Absolutely. We will make in that case, I will make contact with our brothers in the Church of Tyr at Skystead. They can prepare some space that we can work with so we can get close. But not too close. But I say, which I will say above game, but I say, Balraith, you would know, there is a Church of Tyr in Skystead. It's nowhere near like Scales of Ore,
Yeah.
but it's a solid church.
Yeah, and maybe a good idea to show his face around different churches.
Yeah.
We can always talk with them first and contact the other churches. They might know some more information about the area than we do.
Just in the...
Oh no!
Henrik.
We lost Henrik.
Oh god.
He
Just-
probably actually passed out. And
No,
never
he's
mind.
not passed out.
I was gonna say yeah. I forgot that. Never mind.
Just make sure that take every word you hear with a grain of salt. There is always the chance that the area was corrupted by the Broken Skull.
Okie dokie. In that case, should we rest and head first thing in the morning, or should we?
If everyone's okay now, head out now. Some people can sleep on the carts while others drive and switch roles.
Sounds good to me.
Balraith?
Blue knows what he speaks of, and he'll nod.
Understood.
All
And,
right.
and you watch as Dodana actually takes a moment and stops, and then she kind of just steps over to you, to where you guys are standing, and you watch as she actually looks at you, Blue, Kazir, Henrik, the rest of you guys, and she actually gives you guys a bow. Thank you for everything.
Just doing what's right.
Who coughs up a bit more ichor. You're welcome.
And you watch as she she reaches out a hand and she just very lightly touches yours, Balraith. I will make sure that all of them are aware of the situation, we'll get the Cardinals and the Holy Knights situated so we can get moving right away.
He'll nod. Thank you. I will be traveling with the Solaires. Are we leaving as well? And he'll look to them.
Yes, we're leaving. I'll call someone, get us a card, get us some horses.
All right.
In that case, we will. Should we
I
all?
just realized we have a tendency to leave horses behind. I'm sorry.
It's the curse of D&D, man. Like that just it's the way it is.
I mean, they're usually left at stables.
It's true.
Not just out in the open.
True. It's just a realization, you know.
Yeah. Listen, it's not like it was a custom steed or anything like that. It's not like you got.
Yeah.
It's not like you guys left behind, like, dire wolves or left behind, like, giant flying birds. Like, these are just horses.
Just horses.
Yeah,
And,
Yes,
like,
but at least we didn't leave them tied to a tree in the middle of the woods.
yeah, where they would get eaten by harpies while you left to go take care of other things.
Yeah.
That is a solid reference.
I should feel like I should get that, but I just
Vox
don't.
Machina.
Ah,
Gotta say when they went to Whitestone. When they went to Whitestone in the campaign, not in the show, but in the campaign, they left horses tied to a tree, and the harpies just completely killed them and ate them.
Yeah, in the show they got run off a cliff.
Exactly.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Same thing.
So, that being said, though, you guys take the time. You guys, Blue, Tiny, I will send you the specifics how much it's going to cost to get. Are you looking for a quality carriage? Are you looking for just a standard cart? What were you thinking?
May as well go all the way.
Quality horses, quality carriage.
You got it. So, which means that you guys have a carriage that you guys can sleep in. Like you guys could easily get one of the carriages that has beds on the inside specifically to sleep.
Yeah, I'd probably get some for the probably 2 carriage carts for everyone.
Yeah, basically most of them can get by with like your standard carriages. Unfortunately, like super comfort luxurious ones are very like they're not sell.
Yeah,
they're not,
no, he wouldn't.
But like you're
Not worth.
Care about
but
that.
like decent carts, couple of carriages, easily done. They're good for like soldiers to be able to switch in, sleep, and others can lead the way. Basically, that way you guys don't have to stop too much. Obviously, as night falls, probably for the best to have some people have a more of a stakeout sleep rather than trying to move in the dark.
Yeah.
Just because you never know.
Yep.
So you guys gained. Tiny, I will send you the information for that, so you know how much that you have to write off.
I give it to the church to pay.
Yeah,
Noted.
it's all right.
Noted. Well, I mean, on the bright side, Belwraith would also have a place to sleep while you guys are traveling.
True.
That being said, go ahead.
And yeah, for the all the carriages and horses, it'd be on the church.
Yep, they would. The church has enough credibility and enough respect that should be absolutely manageable, especially while you guys are
I bet
rebuilding.
Blue also probably has more cash than the whole town.
I mean, he doesn't care.
I think it goes double when you're speaking to the Arcardinal himself.
Yeah.
Oh, fair point. Fair point.
Literally, you guys forget Belwraith technically is now a person of importance in Atharia, similar to the Queen. But the thing is that his is more from a religious standpoint than a political standpoint.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A lot more people are religious.
The difference is that while Belwraith and his people would be more focused on the luck and kindness of the gods, like, but as a Queen Atharia is specifically running the country, making sure finances are good, farmlands are good, making sure that everything is functioning out. Basically, it's a whole logistics thing. Both hold a lot of strong cadence. Technically, Queen Atharia holds a stronger portion of power.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think at most, Belwraith might give advice every now and again.
Yeah. Basically, if Belwraith were wanting to be a part of the council for Atharia, he easily could be.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact that he is in a position where other Arcardinals also were advisors to the various kings and queens of Atharia. But you guys take the time. You guys get some carriages. For you, Blue, you get quality horses, so you can, if you want to write on your character sheet, you guys have war horses. So like your guys, your guys' horses are like not only built to carry you, like carry your guys' carriage. They are built for battle. These are not like your standard riding horses that are like super fast, super quick, but they are not really built for more than, you know, so and so. And in combat, they're not really that great. These are war horses. These are super thick, muscular, and armored horses.
Oh wow.
I had to say. So you can write that on your character sheet. But I say, just to give a very simple idea of what the carriage looks like, they give it like a caravan like kind of cart, except for there's actually like walls and a roof to it. There's specifically a section for the jockey to be able to drive the carriage, and on the inside, it looks more like one of your like a portable cabin than it does like a traditional cart. Like on the inside, you see like a little work area where people, if somebody wanted to work on things while you guys are traveling, you could. But
This has to be magical, eh?
Oh no, this is an actual thing. Like this is something that does exist, by the way. It's just
it's like an RV but old time.
Exactly.
Oh,
it's like
long.
Yeah, it's long.
I was picturing some TARDIS shit, not
No.
some shit.
No, like,
but
I say Westray is good with magic, but like that would be that'd be a huge project you'd need to work on. You'd have to custom order that, and it would take like there's even for Blue, this would actually leave take a chunk out of his money. Like, this is not something that would take a day. This is not something that would be easily done. That would take a lot of wizards that specialize in, like, conjuration to be able to do.
How many horses?
You guys technically have 3 horses. 2 pulling and 1 in the back, so that way you could rotate out one of the horses each day to prevent exhaustion for the horses.
Cool.
Another fun fact, that's how they used to do it in medieval times.
Learn something new every day.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, and so you guys gear up. You guys get what you need. And we are going to end the session here, as you guys are now heading to Arclay to hunt.
Makes sense.
To hunt the hag.
Sweet.
Hunting you guys will go. Goddamn, guys! Like, this was a very strong story session.
Yeah.
Belwraith's back.
And Belwraith is back.
Yeah.
Story, Blue dying.
Yeah, Blue just bleeding out really hard. But I say Henrik probably feeling a bit of guilt for putting Blue through that.
Yeah.
I hate you guys. Such good storyline. Such good storytelling.
It was rad.
Not to mention, I can only imagine what Kazir's going through right now.
He's going through a lot of shit in his head. For a moment, I was about to have him say, like, we need to deal with the world first, but Blue already made a lot of explanations for why we need to deal with the hag first.
Yes,
he cares more about killing the hag and getting power than your wife.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, well, now, if whether
took
Kazir...
me a moment. I thought you meant Kazir for a moment, but I realized you meant Blue does. But yeah, true, fair enough.
But I say, to be fair, killing this hag solves a lot of problems for you guys. You guys have also gotten subtle hints that, the hag might be doing more in the country than you guys are aware.
And also, you mentioned that, within an hour, Belwraith summoned some of the strongest non-adventurers in Atharia.
Mm-hmm.
Within an hour.
Fair.
If he had prep time, a week,
Hold on one moment. I'll be right back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you had like a week of prep time to like conscript people and train people, it'd be insane. This is why Balraith can't stay the Pope. Just
More left.
yeah.
His Wi-Fi turned off.
When you said it was something else, I was really nervous. I was like, shit, did that gay joke not funny?
I just.
It's a good thing we kind of ended where we did because
Yeah.
apparently my dad needs help with doing the pool shit.
Yeah.
Pool
Alright.
cover.
Yeah, nope, understandable.
So,
I figured this
yeah.
would be a good place to stop just because of the fact you guys are now making your way. And
Yeah, it's a better place to end here.
Tiny
than a
Tiny
little
has
later.
work tomorrow. I have work tomorrow, but to say
That's true too. And might be
we-
better to sort things out a little bit more behind camera
Blue
because
now
a lot of
has
shit's going
20
on.
Blue now has 20 charisma.
this is
Jesus.
true.
Damn you, Blue.
Yep. But I say that was the thing is that there were a couple of possible side effects for Blue, and the
Not
fact
the good one.
you got one of the good ones. There were a handful of good ones here, but I say that was one of them.
Anyways, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna hop off
That
now
you are perfectly
so that
good.
I can deal with that. And no
Yeah,
point in jumping back in because yada yada. Anyways,
No,
When
I
hope
we,
you all have a
do-
great night.
you too, bud.
Yep.
When we do
Peace.
next session, Blue wants to talk with Mary for a second.
Absolutely.
Show her that he's shadow touched now.
Yeah, but I
Uh-huh.
say she might hit you. By the way, just so you know.
She can try.
I'm invisible now.
Don't worry, I'll hold him.
Fair. But I say, did you pick your spells and everything?
Oh yeah.
I haven't. Oh,
And-
Tiny, not me.
I about to say I
Yeah.
would hope you did too because you're level 12 now.
Yeah, I did that a while ago. I probably did.
Do you need to take some time, Tiny, to look at the spell list and everything? Because the side effect of being shadow touched, you pick up a couple of abilities.
You get one spell plus invisibility. I picked inflict wounds.
Fair enough. But I say, do you also get a cantrip? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Let me double check.
I
think it's-
googled it.
I'm pretty sure it's just a first level spell and invisibility.
You're probably right. I'm just like trying to remember. Yeah, invisibility and one other illusion or necromancy spell of your
And I
choice.
can cast it without expending a spell slot, and
Yep.
and cast it again with expending it. So
Correct.
it's just a part of my list now.
Yep, it is this was a possibility, but the problem is the side effect that came with it is that you are abyss touched as well as being shadow touched. You are essentially like there's a small connection between you and the abyss now.
That's fine.
It's fine. Also, sorry if I made you guys nervous with the whole like Quaggoth reference. I know that's a very niche thing, but it's like I couldn't think of a better way to explain what this creature looks like. The other thing that came to mind was one of the Cthulhu gods. I can't remember what the fuck his name is. It's like Azalith or whatever the hell his name is.
I'm gonna go to bed.
You do that. I-
Hopefully my throat's better in the morning.
I